live. The broadcast is now live. But what channel are we on, Dave?
Maybe welcome to Forsaken Still, the zero of you are that are in here. I have no idea what channel this is on. We're having some communication issues. We'll work on it, though.
Well, I don't see live on mine.
Nobody in here, so it don't matter. It says I'm live. Yep. It says I'm live. It says I'm live. Yep. You there, Clunker?
I'm over here.
Hey, buddy.
What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm doing
Oh,
okay.
the calamity.
But he's not up over there now?
So there's many things that are happening right here, and welcome to Forsaken Still. If you've ever wanted to be part of a live stream that's just winging it, I'm your guy. You want to wing it through life? I'm your guy. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I have managed to somehow, some way, open a live stream on my channel with Junker Clunker's info over there, wherever.
Maybe.
So, yeah, we're just going to roll with it. I don't know how to change it. I have any idea. So, nonetheless, hey, Edge of Eternity, thanks for joining us for this calamity.
Trying to get Bob set up so he can watch us fools.
Oh, get Bob set up.
Forsaken. Okay. You see it? Yeah. Click on it. And now go to the live. Go one over. Yep. And click on it.
Brad, 8 Look for Life. Thanks for joining us, man. This is very weird for me because I don't know what I'm doing. And the original live stream that I had started broadcasting absolutely failed. So I had to make another one at the very last minute. And I don't know, we're on here. So, sir, would you like to introduce yourself? Tell us about your channel.
I'm Junker Clunkers. I fix junk. Go watch my stuff. You said I wouldn't have to do anything tonight.
I mean, just come on and talk.
Yeah, no, it's cool. No, we take broken, dead stuff and bring it back from the dead, and then we run the wheels off it and do it again.
So I just finished your video that you just dropped.
Yep. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
You see the things in the top, right below us, right?
Yep.
You got the squares. Can you make my face not so big? It scares me.
Nah, you look good, man.
It scares me.
Scares me.
There we go. Whew.
Good deal.
So you watch the
I like
video?
that there's a Mustang in the background. Whatever. We'll get through this. You need to disconnect that PTO, brother, if you haven't already.
That's what I was thinking. But at the same time, I was rewatching it for probably the 5th time, and I noticed that there are some valves that are open, and they've probably been open a very long time.
I'm sure they have.
So I called the place where it used to live.
Right.
What I said was Kingston, New Hampshire. I called that department, and he was telling me that has been there its entire life up until about a year or two ago.
Really?
So, and he started in 86, and tomorrow is my birthday, so that's 36 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was figuring from the paperwork that I found that it had been sitting since 04, and that's correct. He says between 03, 04, late 05, or early 05
wow.
is how long it's been sitting. So 18 plus years. What's going on, Bradford? Bradford.
Yeah. Brailsford.
Why am I saying Bradford?
Brailsford, I think. I don't know. That's the way I say it. Sorry if it's wrong, man.
Yeah.
So the other thing I think I'd do on that thing is I'd pull the rocker shaft off, but don't don't adjust any of the push rods. Just pull the whole rocker shaft off and hit every one of them valves with a hammer.
I was going to do that. So you see in the video, I pulled off the valve cover. But this one's a little weird. It looks like the bolts are possibly head bolts. And I didn't want to mess with that until I got a little research done.
All right. So they could be. I'm just being honest. I have no idea. Me neither. I'm just telling you what I'd do if it was a car. If it had one more cylinder and was just like a flathead or something, or
I wouldn't be so lost if it was like that. I just don't want to go and mess up what I've already got. I want to do a little bit of research. Don't want to just wing it because I got it for a steal.
Right.
So,
hey Scott, thanks for watching, man. Yeah, sometimes I don't even like my stuff, so I love that somebody likes it. The problem about recording yourself and doing things is when you go back and watch it, you're always like, I should have done something different every time. I don't care. I bet that happens to people that do this all the time. So, I'm just kind of winging it.
Edge of Eternity, what's going on? Thank you very much. It'll be 36 tomorrow.
To do what? Did you say 36 degrees?
No, I will be.
Oh, you'll be 30. You're a baby, man. You're just getting started.
Oh, we're only a couple years apart.
8 years is a long time. No, 36, 12 years. 12 years? You're right. I don't know. I can't add. Nonetheless.
Giving you buku watch hours tonight, bro.
I know, right?
We got you on 3 different things right now.
Oh, fantastic. Mr. Jason Johnson. That's the guy that we need to get on YouTube. He builds cool stuff. Doesn't always work in his garage, but builds really cool stuff. Thanks for joining us, man.
Jason, if you need help, we're all here for you. We have an awesome community that we take care of our own, I
think internet might slow him down some.
The internet?
Yeah, just where he's at.
Yeah.
Awesome dude, though. He's got a Nova that he's building that I don't know where it come out of, but dude, it's going to be a cool car. He's already done a bunch of stuff to it, but it's going to be a cool car. I think it's a 72, 3. I can't remember. I'm sorry I'm eating, folks, but I got started late, and I was really stressed out about this, so. I do need help spending my money. Listen, you need help spending your money. I'm definitely the guy. Oh, 71. Sorry, Jason. I was just guessing. Early 70s. He's also getting ready to do floor pans in that thing. He bought a 4-door just to get the pans out of it. And they cut the roof off and quarters and stuff. It's kind of cool. I got to go by there one day. I may try to catch a sneak peek and do a short on his Nova while I'm there.
Go spend a whole day. Go spend a whole day.
I don't have time to spend a whole day anywhere. I spent half the day today at the junkyard, which is not a bad day. Got my tool back I lost. Just wait till tomorrow's video comes out. Shopcat, what is happening, brother? Cooking dinner and hanging out. Hey, man, thanks for joining us. It's happening, but it's a little clunky. If you'll notice, there's Junker Clunkers swag all over the Forsaken Steel page right now. I don't care.
Free advertisement. Hell yeah.
That's right. Go check this guy out. He's currently got a Ford tractor. 3-cylinder tractor he just drug in. That thing, man, I want a tractor so bad I could taste it. But, one thing at a time. It is that tool I dropped in the door. I went back today and had time, and I wasn't going to leave unless I left with it. So, it's just mood lighting, Jason. Just sets the mood for car talk, right? Yeah, Shop Cat's in here. Edge Return. We got a few folks in here. I'm be honest, I didn't expect anybody to show up, so we're doing great. Maybe we can get Bill on later. Yeah, I have a thing about losing tools, especially when I know where they're at. I really, really, really want to go get them. I don't like the thought of just, wasn't anything expensive, probably only about $12 worth of tools maybe, but nonetheless, I wanted them back. They were mine. What's up, Corey? We'll still be here. So, yeah, it's just one of those things where it's, like I said, I knew where the tool was and it's killing me. I didn't have it. So, this is not even something I'll use very often. It's an 8mm. How often do you use an 8mm socket? It's not something I grab every day out of a toolbox. Yours is on your son's work truck. Wow, if that's not a pain.
My son just walked in and said, "You do this to me every year because I give him a birthday gift early, and my cactus died this year, so he had to give me a cactus." That's why I went off camera for a moment.
If you'd like to know some random stuff about me, my family used to own a bunch of cactus. We had a greenhouse that we bought from a guy that was full of cactus when I was like 16, and we moved 1,100 cactus. You know what 1,100 cactus look like? Work. Lots of work.
Pain in the...
Yeah, pain in everything. It takes a long time to get those out. Jason says he loses all his in the shop and can't find them. But yeah, I've walked around the garage with a ratchet in my hand I was looking for before. So, that's the way life goes.
Just letting everyone know. There's a 40, 50, and 90% sale at Hobby Lobby. You guys have a Hobby
big time.
Lobby? You too can own a French fry birdhouse.
Well, it's a birdhouse.
It's appropriate because I like butt burgers and now I like bird fries.
All right.
His viewers might not understand. We're on his channel tonight.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Sort of.
That's Junker Clunker's woman. She brings the crazy to the party. That's what I know.
She doesn't calm it down at all.
No, she doesn't know how. And that's okay. Hey, Tim, thanks for coming by, buddy. I appreciate it.
What's going on, Tim?
Tim's the man. He is everywhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go hit the thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. I really would.
It's really weird for me because I keep going over to click on things, and I've got no access to do anything.
I give you access, but I don't know how. So
you've got to learn how to do it, man.
We'll add things as we go. We're live. I mean, that's the big part, right? I got us up and running in the span of 20 minutes when I went. I don't know what happened to the last one.
I don't know how you're on mine. I'm very confused on that.
It's on my channel, though.
Am I getting the watch hours?
I don't think so. It's on my channel.
Is it on mine too? I didn't even see.
I don't know. I didn't look at yours. I just looked at mine. Got a 7350 LT1 out of a vet I used to have. Yeah. That's motivation right there. Move them down the road. You were on another live for me. I was trying to get to that live. It wouldn't let me in. I don't even know how to turn it off. Don't know anything about it. So here we are. We're just going to have a good time and move on.
So let's hear about the.
Oh, she brings Grady too. Yeah, that is true.
Let's hear about the Camaro build going.
So currently, it's just sitting here. It's going to sit here for a little longer, but we are collecting parts because we're going to LS swap it. It's already got a 4th gen LS tank in it and pump, so we got fuel systems already covered. I bought a CD 009 6-speed for it the other day, and that's in my last video. I have been trying to find parts. I've spent $1,000 and haven't bought a motor yet, not including the transmission. Holy moly! Anybody tells you that swapping to an LS is cheap is lying to you. They're not telling you about all the hidden LS tax.
You better talk to LS swaps there, because he was trying to get me to do one. He's like, "Oh,
who's
super.
that?"
815.
So I'm gonna try to. Yeah, I need to reach out to him. I was watching his live, or I don't know, his podcast or whatever it was they did the other day, and he was like, "It'd be great if somebody was just doing an LS swap and I just showed up. I can arrange that." He's the guy I'd like to have here the day I fire it off. You know, like, bring your laptop. We'll throw a tune in this computer, unlock it, fire it up, you know. It is what it is. We'll see. Yeah, that's right. Jason actually got, I believe it was 3 LS valve spring compressors at a local, like, I don't know, they sell stuff they buy those big crates of stuff and sell it. I think he gave $1 a piece for them. It was like, come get one. Done. I'll be there later in the week. Yeah. I've got to tear this motor down, or whatever I buy one. I am going to tear the LS, whatever LS I buy down, because I want to go through it just to make sure it's healthy before I throw it in. I don't want to put it in and then be like, well, it'd been great if we'd have done this beforehand. But there's so many components that go into swapping an LS into an F body, or any muscle car for that matter, because you have to change the oil pan, which means you have to change the windage tray and the pickup tube, and the dipstick tube, just to get it to clear the ground. And then, of course, the LS swap mounts. And then Jason says, yeah, he gave $1 a piece. And that, that's just to get it bolted in, plus headers, plus, I'm going to use a stock wiring harness and cut it down. I believe I can do that. I've never done it before. Doesn't mean I can't. So I'll do that. And then I got a local guy see it flash the computer, but if I can get 815 in, maybe I can talk him into it. I'll send him money for an airplane ticket or something. It'd be cool. I mean, I've never done a collab with another channel, and I think it'd be cool to do a collab with anybody, with somebody, especially somebody he knows, like knows what he's talking about. I don't. I'm just, fake it till you make it. That's been my whole life. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I said earlier, you need somebody just to come in and wing it. I'm your guy. I just pretend I know what I'm doing and move on. So we already got a cooling system. Everything I've done to the car so far has been in preparation to do an LS swap. I mean, that's always been the deal. So also, I can't find a single person that's put a CD 009 in a 3rd gen Camaro behind an LS. So we'll see. I mean, it should go, right? So I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out if it goes or not, and at least the internet can learn with me and my money. Jason says I'm doing better than me. I'm just out of a flip phone. That's right. He's out there on a flip phone. It has a camera. It's fine. You don't need more than a flip phone. Grady, I thought we were supposed to see a blue vehicle on your channel this week. Are you with me?
Yeah.
I'm on mute.
I didn't know what was going on.
I'm sitting over here just talking away.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's in the shop.
There's
It's
no
in
video
the
on it.
This week ain't over. It just started.
That's true. Weekend over.
I
I
had
two
a video
videos from you this week.
Yeah, I had a video out Saturday, a video out today. You will have a video of the Mustang this week.
Awesome.
I don't know what part of the Mustang, but you'll have a video of it.
Edge of Eternity says he's got a yellow Ford now. Is that the school bus?
I haven't named her yet.
You got to name it something.
Winnie?
Winnie? I kind of like it.
I kind of do too. Winnie. Is that going to be the tractor's name?
Just so you know, when you said Winnie, I think of Winnie from the Wonder Years.
Me too.
So
I think
I dig it.
I don't know why, but it just the what?
Speak of the man, and he shows up.
It is Winnie the Pooh colored. You're right.
8:15. We were just talking about you and how I need you to fly in and be here for the fire up of the LS and this third gen when I'm ready. Hopefully soonish. I don't know. Maybe 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks. Who knows? Old tractor.
Something quickly.
Uh-oh. Brittany's going to talk.
Just quick,
Come on.
then I gotta go make pork patty. So, I have to say that I've never. Hey, stop it! I've never, in my wildest dreams, had to move an entire car to get to a tool cart. So
I have.
This is a first for me.
There's been a lot of firsts for her.
Yeah, I literally
Wait till you have to move the 4-cylinder turbo motor off the tool cart to get to the tools that are under it. Then call us.
She's been a very
Nothing's happening
privileged
yet.
child.
a very privileged. I couldn't believe it. He was looking for something. He was looking for a spark plug wrench or whatever you call them, and I was like, okay, well, I can't get into the tool cart, and he's like, well, move the car, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's just simple. Move the car. He's like, yeah, move the chalk. I was like, so I go to the tool cart and I move the chalk and I just go. It was easy.
Yeah, it ain't no big
I had
deal.
to move a car out of my way to get to something.
It's on flattish ground.
Yeah.
Tim says hi, Brittany.
Hi, Tim. How are you? My stepdaughter's like, you don't have to wave. I'm like,
all right.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
So you didn't hear me. I asked if you got a new phone yet.
Me? Oh no, God, who does that? I've only needed one for like 6 months. I've needed one for almost as long as I've been recording videos for YouTube.
Hey, send 815 a link.
Send him a link. I don't know how to do that. Hang on.
The same way you sent me a link.
Invite. Here we go. I don't know what I'm doing. Y'all just got to bear with me.
If you would have paid attention to 5 weeks with me.
It's fine.
Don't worry, Dave. Sometimes I don't pay attention to 5 minutes with him.
Wow. Wow.
What is this?
Ooh, it don't like that none. $8:15. I don't think we're friends on Facebook, and that's what it wants to message you through. Because I don't Facebook. If y'all are like ever trying to send me reach me on Facebook, I ain't doing none of that.
Do it from your phone. You can just copy it and send it to them through whatever.
Here.
Number one.
Let's see.
Hello, number one.
Hey, one. How are you, buddy?
Is it number one or just one?
Just one. I don't know. One is what I mean, met the guy Friday or whatever. So I don't,
Oh,
Thanks for coming to join us, though.
Is it the one or one?
Just one.
O-N-E?
One. I mean, it's not. It's just one.
It's a very simple name, and I would follow you if you had a channel. You do have a channel. I'm gonna go look it up.
Let's see.
1. Okay, I type in 1 and chick stuff comes up.
815, do you have an email address that you care to drop? Is it 815 something, I bet?
I can't follow you. Tim says you're doing fine, David.
Thank goodness. Good, because I'm winging it.
I'm just sitting here tonight.
That's right.
It's very weird not being in control.
Welcome to my life. I ain't been in control my entire life.
That's not good.
I thought everybody was like this.
Leave it for me to forget to thaw the pork.
You've been complaining about that damn pork for a week.
No, I just bought it a couple days ago. And I was all ready. Dinner was going to be on the table by 7:30. Nothing more.
So do you have a lot of your subscribers in here? You have a couple in here? What's going on?
I have a couple. Jason is my buddy. Has been for many, many, many years. And then, I don't know. One subscribed to me this past week. I met him in another live on BW's channel, I believe. I don't know. I can't even remember where I meet people anymore. I'm just trying to network and meet all these people. I've met a lot of cool people in the past couple of weeks, though.
Yeah. What's this about a new 2.8 T-top?
Yeah, so he asked me if I was going to do a 2.8 T-top spoiler delete Berlinetta. I would do a Berlinetta. I don't know if it'd be spoiler delete. That's the only thing that they're kind of ugly without a spoiler, but you get the cool dash. I mean, those cars it was the future when it came out.
Yeah, that's just an interior, right?
No, the Berlinetta was a trim level package.
Okay.
But you could get the Berlinetta with a V8, but they just weren't terribly loved. And now people like them because of how retro they are. Not that they were good cars, because they weren't. I mean, they were so stripped down. Almost none of them came with ground effects. It just wasn't something they came with. They're just different.
We did. I picked my buddy Adam up one for his birthday many years ago, and we didn't know what it was. And now you're talking about it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what he had.
Yeah.
But
Thanks, one. This was a random event that I just decided Monday was the day. So Monday's the day for me to go live. Do you know if 815 is on Facebook as 815? Do you have any idea?
I don't know that. I know him on Instagram. Just send me the link and I'll try and send it to him.
Okay. That I can do.
Unless it's going to be the same thing I got, then I don't know how.
It would be the same thing you got, I'm sure. Thanks for sticking with us through all this, folks. It's like watching a dumpster fire, isn't it? Nope. There we go.
Did you figure it out?
Yeah. So always put in your last name first because that's what you go by.
No, leave a cat alone. Oh no.
I don't even have a cat.
Things are going to get bad. I have a cat and the dogs are trying to get it. There goes the cat. Can
all
you
right,
see
if you get that, buddy.
Hi, Gator.
Which one or me?
Sit down.
What the hell?
Oh, boy, huh?
Dusty, buddy, how are you doing?
Boy, huh?
Yeah, my phone was junk on Power Tour. It was still junk. It hasn't changed any. I ain't got any better. That's for sure. 815, we're working on it.
No.
Talking about Tim, he just put a message on my newest video.
It's better than working on the T-Bucket.
He's always there.
Always everyone's cheerleader.
Berlinetta second gen model interior upgrade with a V8. Thirds were a package that had a Starship Camaro digital dash. Well, yes, the Berlinetta was available. That's right. Berlinetta was available in the second gen as well. That is right. I mean, I've actually owned two of those cars. The Berlinetta cars for me were always parts cars. I would buy them cheap because they didn't have much to them, but a lot of them were in really solid condition until I got them and then cut them up.
Hey man, you got 14 people in the chat. I'm sure everybody's
I know, right?
up right there. That's awesome.
I mean, yeah, it's amazing considering I didn't think anybody'd show up. I thought it was just gonna be me and you, which is would have been fine too. 8:15. I'm sending you a friend request. We'll see if I can find you. Send you
Bob too, like you said.
A group. What?
I brought Bob too.
Bob, buddy, how you doing?
Hi, Dave.
It's complete now. I've had Bob on the channel. I'm no longer the star.
I'll send you the bill for that.
You sent me the bill for that.
I'm gonna get Bob to drive that tractor this summer.
Oh, you totally need to.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get him the straw hat and everything. Make him go through the Dunks drive-through.
Nice. That is awesome. You too. Oh, here we go.
You have a pink one, don't you?
In the car.
Why don't you bring it in?
Could follow him.
Here, I'll go get mine. I have pink upstairs. You can stay. You can
So the
Clearly,
14,
8:15, I'm having tons of issues.
stay.
the 14 people in the chat.
You go. You want to stay?
What's up?
You want to stay?
Yeah.
Go.
You got any questions for David? Is it his first official live? Any suggestions?
I said go.
All right. So now that we're officially friends, let me see if I can send this to you.
Go. What's that? What? What, baby? What? What?
Oh, come on.
There we go. It didn't like it at first. I guess we hadn't been friends long enough.
Well, Dustin, if
All
you
right,
want
you
to
should have
see
something
anything-
now.
if you want to see any real content for Ford stuff, you're gonna have to come over and check out my channel, my friend. I
Yeah,
don't
go
think-
check out Junkers.
don't
You
think-
get to watch him work on a 3-cylinder Ford tractor.
I don't think
he'll
you're gonna
tell
get
you
much
about
more
his
work out of it.
Mustang that he has, though.
It's
You
in the
might
gar-
see it.
It's in the garage. I sent you a picture.
Whatever. I don't believe you.
I promise it is. I have a picture of it in the garage.
Okay.
Maybe. No, I have a picture of it outside of the garage, but I promise
If
you.
y'all see me working on a Ford, it's a last-ditch effort for content. I couldn't figure out anything else to do.
Wow. So how are you not working on a Ford every week then?
Michael Edward.
I have great content. I mean, for somebody that doesn't, just does hack jobs. I mean, that's all. I'm just a hack.
Oh, I mean, yeah. We all are. Fake it till you make it, man.
Scott, I considered changing the heads or the intake on this, but the biggest reason I didn't was because I knew I was going to LSX swap it eventually, and we ain't that far.
Oh, man.
What's up?
Boom, 8:15. I got you in. We're doing great. Just, living the dream, brother.
Hey, you got to get the first one out of the way, right?
That's right. Got to start somewhere. I mean, Junker was kind enough to have me on, make me an admin and stuff. So at least it's not completely new to me, but I still suck at it. So
I tried so many times to tell him, hey, you do it. I'll just sit back and watch. And if you screw up, I'll help you fix it.
Right.
But he was just like, nah, I'll figure it out.
here I am figuring it out. I do things. I am a throw me in the fire and I'll just figure it out when I'm there. That's just who I am. I've been that way my whole life. I used to plan stuff out. I quit that. When has your plans ever went as you planned? It's never happened for me, not one time.
Yeah,
it's a waste
not
of
usually.
energy. So I just decided I'm done with all that. So I just wing it. It's worked for me so far. Here I am. I've made it this far. I'm 44 years old, and
Right.
I still have all my limbs. Most of them work like they're supposed to. So,
Jason,
Yep.
you need a channel. I want to see it. Is it your Mustang?
it's not his. He's working on it for somebody.
Customer's car, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Why
his
don't-
message. He said he was originally from Joliet, I think. Now he's in Tennessee.
Yeah. He moved down here several years ago. I don't exactly know when. Maybe the late 90s, early 2000s, somewhere in there.
I feel like if I ever move, I have to go to Tennessee because I can go from 815 to 615 without too much interruption.
Or you could go to 865. That's where I'm at.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
615's taken, though.
Not 615 LSX swaps.
That's true, but that'd be pretty confusing.
But if it's 865, I don't even think anybody would notice. You can change all your banners and everything. And just change one digit. I don't even think anybody would notice.
Right. 2001 looks like is when he moved.
579
You have a favorite recipe for power?
I do not have a favorite recipe for power. And I have had several small block third gens over the years. And the best running one I ever had was just a 350. It's actually a truck 350 that I put a set of aluminum heads on that weren't even mine, and a carburetor. Man, that thing just ran good. It just, it was garbage. It was a bunch of garbage that we swept together basically and bolted it in, and boom, it ran. And but I'm cheap. I'm just cheap, and that's just who I am. And I try to find as much power as cheaply as I can.
You know, I will give it to the 305s and the 350s. No matter what, they just run.
It's true. They're nearly indestructible. But to build a small block now, to build real power, is getting super expensive.
Yeah.
There's, used to you could buy parts just about everywhere. But now getting parts is getting harder. And the parts you get, if you're getting them used, are 25, 30 years old. And they've been on somebody's shelf for 15 years. So if you buy a set of heads, you almost guarantee you got to build them. You're just getting cores. Unless you order new stuff. And then LS is the way to go if you're going to build something new.
Junkyard
In my
LS
personal
with a
opinion.
turbo.
And I mean, that's the eventuality of this car. It needs to be an LS with a turbo and a 6-speed.
I got
That's-
twin GT45s on the Fox body.
That's a whole lot of turbo.
Where and how much did that cost?
The turbos are
The heads.
I just got 6-liter heads on mine.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. They're actually iron heads, what's on the block now, but I've got a set of aluminum, the same heads, and they've been decked and had a valve job, and I got them for $100. I just need to get valves for it, which I can take the ones out of my iron head if I want, or I'll just replace them with something a little nicer.
Yeah. So my thoughts are, as long as it's a solid bottom end, you can always add more power later with more money.
I can pull a 6-liter out of the junkyard here for $400. So that's pretty much what we drop in everything. So we
Yeah.
started with 5.3s, and then they started getting more 6.0s. So the BMW is a twin GT35 6.0. The El Camino is just NA 6.0 with the Texas Speed Cam, and then the Fox Body is the twin GT45 6-liter. And then the 240 still has a 5.3 with a T56, but I picked up another 6.0 block and a 6.2 rotating assembly. So my plan is to have that 6.0 board out to a 6.2 and then pull out the 5.3 and drop that in the 240.
Yeah.
Seriously, dog?
I've
Hey,
been
Juan,
searching
thank
for a
you very much,
6-liter,
man.
and I can find a 6-liter block and rotating assembly, but it's unknown condition. So it's like, well, it might be all right, but I got to buy it to find out. So
Yeah, the 6.0 that's in the Fox Body and the 5.3 and the 240 both had like 200,000 miles on them, and I clean them up and re-gasket them, but I haven't even like replaced bearings or anything on it.
not even cam bearings.
Nope.
That's
I
the
probably-
worst part about those motors.
I probably will on when I start building the Fox Body motor, but I just want to start driving it soon. So I'm just going to get it running, drive it, and then probably find another block to build. But we've got a cam bearing tool
Yeah.
to install them, so it's not too bad.
I just got to say thank you, Juan. I don't realize that I've lost weight. I don't think I have. I've always been fat.
Hey, Rich, thanks for popping in here, man.
Oh,
I really appreciate the support. I appreciate the support from all of y'all. 12 people in my first chat. I thought it was just going to be me and Junker talking. That would have been fine. So, but, actually people showed up, and that's fantastic. So, but my plan for the Camaro is just if I find I was at the junkyard today. They had 3 5.3s that came in the past couple of days. I would like to have something that's 04 up, I think. If it's a 5.3, that way I think you get the better connecting rods in those, but it'll
You
be
get
all right.
the Gen 4 rods. Watch out for the 07 and up, though, because then you got to do a DOD delete kit on those.
Okay. I know that a lot of people do the DOD delete on the 07 up because DOD sucks.
Yeah, I disabled it on my Silverado that I got because it had an issue, but thankfully the guy I bought it from didn't run it once it started acting up. He didn't know what was going on, so he took it to the mechanic, and they told him it needed a whole new engine. So he sold it to me. I got it dirt cheap because he thought the engine had to be replaced. I picked it up from the mechanic shop, took it home, and had it running and driving, short time later, and I didn't have to replace anything.
Right.
And then once I got the stuck lifter released, I just went in with HP tuners and disabled that setting so it doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you've got it, you can delete it and then just turn it off, and it doesn't do it.
As long as you don't have a collapsed lifter still. If you can't get it unstuck, then it's going to chew up the cam and everything. So
yeah. I probably will. I figure I'll go through the motor. What my plans were just to go through it. Pull it apart, check the bottom end, pull the caps, just to make sure the bearings are all okay. Slap them back together if they are. If they're not, we'll go from there.
Yeah, I check them for slop, but that's about as far as I do. And then I replace timing chain and oil pump almost every time.
I'm going to definitely do oil pump, timing chain. It's cheap insurance.
And then I always throw on that oil pump pickup tube brace.
I ordered one of those Monday or Friday.
It's like $20, and it's just one of those. For me, it's a peace of mind. I'll blow $20 on a lunch meal. So
exactly, and never see it. So yeah, exactly. So it's like one of those deals for me too. It was like that's cheap insurance. I ordered the cheapest one I could find. I think it was $12, but all it does is spreads the load between all the way across the things. It doesn't have to do anything,
right?
Its life's pretty much nothing. So I went ahead and bought that. So I've got headers already. I picked up the oil pan already. Oil pan came with pickup tube. gasket, of course, windage tray, and dipstick, I believe. That's only $200, like
Where is
$220. That's
That's
so
not
cheap.
bad.
Yeah.
Is it at your house
cheap.
already?
What's that?
Is the parts there?
They're not here yet. No,
Oh,
they're ordered though. That's the thing about parts is you got to start ordering them long before you ever want to use them
yeah.
because it takes forever to get parts in. And then I've ordered, like I said, headers, oil pan stuff. I've got a set of Dirty Dingo mounts.
Dirty Dingo.
Front mounts. Dirty Dingo, man, they make some great stuff.
Never heard
Yeah.
of it. Never heard of it.
Holly sells.
I have their
a
power
very-
steering pump bracket because it was cheaper than buying a factory one.
So Holly makes it's like $500 for a bracket kit that will run AC, alternator, and power steering. That's all I'm going to run anyway. That's all I need to run. And that for like $500. Of course, that didn't come with a water pump, but I'm not really concerned about a water pump, So, and
What,
then for now, I'll probably just.
accessories-
What's that?
What accessories are you going to run?
I don't know. Probably whatever I gather. If I pull it from the junkyard, it's surely going to be a truck setup.
Right.
Because
I
that's
didn't know
what
if
they
you
get.
planned on switching to like an F body or what?
No. So the stuff the F body stuff I think is all mid mount. So this is all high mount,
yeah.
but this particular bracket set is like a medium high mount.
Okay.
Really, it's not the one where the stuff's so far out there in space. Junker's just left. He's not going to talk with us. That the parts are way out there. So I'd like to have mid mount stuff, but it's so expensive. I'm not spending $2,000 on a setup. So
Yeah, so I bought all the accessories right off of Rock Auto and then just bought brackets on like Amazon or Dirty Dingo or ICT Billet.
Yeah.
And I did the low mount alternator and I have the jig because you got to drill and tap the second hole on the block.
Oh, to run it down there.
Yeah.
So I'm planning to run the alternator high, then do the power steering low on the driver's side, of course, and then those both driver's side, and then do the AC on the passenger side high, just so I don't have to deal with cutting the notch in the subframe or whatever. Look who's back.
I just learned that I can log in up here, and now I have access to your stuff.
Great. I don't know. I still don't know what's going on. So
So are you going to run truck intake or are you going to do a car intake?
I'm thinking about ordering a aftermarket sheet metal style intake.
Okay.
So that's probably the plan. Truck intakes are just so damn ugly. I mean,
Yeah.
they work just fine, I think, for most applications. But so what intake do you run with your Boost?
I have the Trailblazer SS intake.
Yeah. So it's the composite ones. So I don't know how well I see guys running, the fabricated intakes and Boost too. So I don't think it's that big a deal.
I also have like a 6-inch cowl hood on mine too.
See, I don't. I don't want to. I want to leave the hood that's on this, and actually cut the vents that are on the hood. The fake IROC vents. I'm going to get track spec vents for it, so I have actual vents, and then I'm going to make a tray to go under them for when it rains, because this car is going to see road time during the rain too. So I can put a tray underneath it with an exit on one side. I'll build all that custom and use like Zeus fasteners to hold it up. And you're going to run it all the time. But here, my buddy Jason Johnston wants me to do a custom tunnel ram.
Hey, David.
They make a tunnel ram for the LS motor. It's kind of weird looking though, because it's just tall tubes. But that's kind of my loose plans, and I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done it before on my own. I've done some stuff with other people. I've worked on other people's stuff, so we'll see.
I just tell
but
everybody, jump in, you'll
that's
figure
what
it
I'm
out.
doing. That's
Parts are replaceable. You break something, just buy another part. That's how you learn.
that's exactly the way I see it. I figure worst case scenario is we destroy all of this, and it is what it is, and we'll buy another one. We start over. The hard parts are already there. You're already going to have an oil pan. You're already going to have all the swap stuff. It's just buy another motor if you destroy it,
Right.
or
That's
if you destroy
exactly.
anything. I mean, so it's weird. The first time you blow up an engine, you're all excited about it, and the second time, it's a lot less excitement. So, oh look, we're getting some spam.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I don't know how to turn that off.
I get it.
Thanks, Junker.
So I figured out something. You hijacked my my account.
How did I do that?
I don't know, but you did it.
Here I am. Listen, I'm just doing what I got to do here. But so there's a few things I'm not afraid of wiring at all. That doesn't even register to me as an issue. Man, I don't know what I'm doing, but I figure it out. I mean, I watched your video. I'm pretty sure I could almost replicate it off of yours.
Yeah.
Um,
And LT1swap.com has tons of information. So that's where I did my first one.
yeah.
And I don't like wiring at all. And I was able to redo the harness and the Fox body, but then I ended up pulling it out and going Terminator X anyways.
Right. So if that eventually I'll pull it out, I will as well. And I'll either go Terminator X or Phytech or Haltech if somebody wants to throw $3,000 at me. It's fine. I'd take it.
And since I was running the TH350, I could get the cheaper Terminator X because I don't need the trans control. So
See, I'll be running a 6-speed, so I don't need it either.
yeah, and it's so easy to hook up and it's super nice. I'm glad I bought it. I really like it. It runs better now than it did on the factory ECU.
Yeah. And the factory ECU for me, I'll probably run it this summer, and then it's dead.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to enjoy this car this summer. Junkers, Rich, by the way, Junkers is taking care of it. I could add more people to moderate or whatever, but I don't know how to do that either.
They're already in mine.
They're already in yours.
I think Tim and Rich both are moderators. Did it get rid of them? I can't tell. No, on here it didn't.
Well, they're not in mine.
Do you see it on the?
Let me scroll
Don't
back
see it.
up. I mean, the stuff that was already in there is in there, but there's nothing new. So
It should. I for some reason I can't delete it.
I apologize for eating people, but it's dinner time here. It's 8:00.
Ooh, it's only 7 here.
I'm about 4 hours from the time change, so from the line, or 2 hours from the time change. But whenever I get to the point that I'm actually starting to get closer on this thing, I'll probably be reaching out to you, Eric, and seeing what's up and going, asking questions. I'll have questions. I'm sure I will.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm no expert, but we've done enough that we know a few things to avoid.
Well, I figure at the very least, you'll be able to point me in the direction where I can find the answer, because this place, this is a good source or whatever. That's enough for me usually.
Yeah.
And like I said before, I'm a wing it kind of guy, so I'm going to wing it anyways. So,
Right.
There's a guy near me. The guy I bought the CD009 from works at a speed shop, and he told me, he said that he had flashed the computer and turn, just to turn VATs off and stuff for me. It'd be $150. So the credits were $50 a piece, and it needed 3. So I don't know.
He's getting you there. It's only 2.
I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
It's 2 credits for
It's 2 credits.
$50, so it's $100.
$100. I mean,
So
still,
he's making-
150, not terrible, but
Yeah.
but it's just a basic tune,
Right.
just to get it running, really. But I don't know. I've never dealt with it. That's one of the things I do like about a Holly system or whatever is it kind of does its own deal. You tell it what you got, and it kind of tunes itself as it goes.
Yeah, it's got that self-learn in it.
Yeah.
Looks like,
And
some questions in here. I don't know. It says, do you build something that runs with parts you know work, and build something on a stand with all your dream parts? So for us, we just build whatever parts we have, and then we actually started on an engine stand before it ever goes into a car. That way we know it runs, and if there's anything we need to fix beforehand. For the Fox body, I have another block that I want to eventually build, but I've just got too many projects right now to get that engine going. But eventually, that one will just be kind of it'd be a nicer build. Most of my stuff is just kind of starts with junkyard LS and then basic rebuild kits and replace parts that need to be replaced. And just my big thing is always get it running and drive it and have fun with it, and then upgrade as you go. Because I feel like a lot of people get stuck on the build and then they end up,
I want to drive.
years. Yeah, multiple years, and then it's not still going anywhere.
I need to cruise this car this summer, or I'm going to sell it because I know me, and then I'll lose a bunch of money.
Right.
So I'm already over it mentally. I'm like completely finished with this car because every time I touch it, it breaks. And
I'll tell you though that first startup though it's like game changing. Once you hear it and know that you just did all that work, there's not much better feeling than that first time you started up.
Now, David, we've heard that before.
What's that? Every time I touch it, it breaks.
And that you're going to get rid of it and that you're over it.
That's true. I'm still over it, but I do love it. So the thing is, I just have such a love for third gens. I mean, I loved them when everybody else hated them. Now they're starting to become popular. That's not why I bought it. I didn't buy it because it was becoming the thing. I bought it because I just wanted one. But now they're becoming super hot. And, people are really starting to look for them, and prices are starting to get crazy on them. And people are starting to really pay for them. But that's not why I bought this. I just like the platform. It's a good platform for what it is. It's fairly inexpensive. But for me, as far as like building an engine, I've always built engines with junk because that's all I could ever afford. And basically, we replace what's broken. And, if you found somebody that had something, usually some of the few things I actually order, if I'm really buying parts, is a cam, timing chain, oil pump, basic stuff, lifters if it needs them. Back when I was building more small blocks and stuff, because you put cam in, you got to put lifters in unless it's a roller. So I don't know. But I just don't like spending a ton of money on parts that aren't necessary. So do you do a trunnion upgrade on all yours?
I have not, but I do have a set of rockers that have it that are going to go on the Fox body.
The Cadillac Escalade that's been on my channel, I did a Will It Run on. That was the first time I ever cracked open an LS engine, was on that thing. Of course, this was long before YouTube, and I did a trunnion upgrade on it.
Yeah,
and I'm glad I did, because as soon as I pushed the first one I pushed out, man, the bearings just fell out of it. That thing was just about to let go, and I'm glad it's the 6.2 liter iron block, which isn't an LS3, but it's an LS3.
Yeah.
And they're evidently they had a lot of issues. So it was one of those deals where it's like, well, let's just, I'm going to spend the money. It was making a lot of clattering noise. But none of them have fell out yet, but man.
Yeah. So when I bought my Leash Electronics street strip board for the Fox body, I bought that from a buddy, and it came with the boost leash, boost controller, and bump box, all that. I spent some good money with a buddy of mine, so he had a set of rockers that already had the trunnion upgrade on it, so he just tossed those in for me.
That's nice. I have to say that, you know, that was a poor design on GM's part.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're not turning a lot of RPMs and they're not high mileage, you're fine. But you start getting a lot of mileage on them, and that's a good way to detonate an engine.
Right. So Brad 8 lug life says, are you building it to do drag and drives? I don't know
No,
what you're building yours for.
I am not a racer, like a drag racer. I mean, I might do a drag and drive, but it'll just be for fun.
Yeah.
I prefer autocross.
So
That's just a personal thing. I grew up on the streets where I live. I live, you know, like 15 minutes from the Dragon. If you don't know what the Dragon is, it's 318 curves and 11 miles.
Yeah.
You know, everybody comes here now, but when I was going there, it wasn't that big a deal. So that's all my cars have always been built to go and abuse them in the curves and whatever. So
Yeah,
that's
kind
why
of what I did.
money on brakes and stuff.
That's kind of what I did with the 240 a lot. I did some low speed autocross, kind of like some parking lot ones for a while. I would like to do a drag and drive though. The 240 would do a drag and drive, but it would be slower, but I know it would make it. The Fox body would be much faster, but I can't guarantee that would make it. I just don't have enough time driving it because it's not street ready yet, so I can't take it anywhere. It doesn't have headlights, taillights, or any of that stuff. So hopefully this year I can get all that finished and actually start driving it a little more, get the bugs worked out.
815. Dustin's asking your question there.
Yes, the Fox body is 6-liter twin GT45. So yes, it's LS swapped.
So this car, you haven't went back and looked at my old videos, and I don't blame you because there's tons of them, but this car has a ton of suspension work done to it. It's got 2010 to 2015 Brembos on the front, so it's got 15-inch rotors, 4-piston calipers, BMR, I can't remember, lowering springs. It's got all new, everything up front's new as far as sway bar end links and all that sort of stuff. And then it's got lower control arms adjustable with Heim joints, panhard bar same way, adjustable with Heim joints. I've got a lot of money under this car.
Yeah,
and you know,
that's kind of similar to how the 240 is. It's got a lot of suspension stuff. Unfortunately, I'm not good enough with suspension yet to know how to make adjustments on it to actually, you know,
that depends on what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
So that's something that I've messed with a little bit over the years. The first thing I built was had a 88 or 89, I can't even remember now, 300ZX that I built, a Turbo ZX 5-speed car. I built that to go run the Dragon many, many years ago. And that's what got me into it. And, you know, over the years, I've learned there's certain things that you spend the money on, like Heim joints, that, you know, you can get all the end links with double Heim joints, but double Heim joints will beat your teeth out of your head because there's no give to them. So I buy a polyurethane end on one end and a Heim joint on the other end. That way I get all the flex out of the Heim joint, but I get the cushion, so to speak, from the poly, which still isn't much.
Yeah, I think that'd be a pretty cool autocross car.
One, I am trying to stop a very heavy car in the curves. I like to hit my curves wide the hell open. And then I want to be wide the hell open as soon as I can again.
Right.
So that's part of the allure to me is I like big brakes. So when you sling it in the curve and you come in on the brakes really hard, really hot, you get all the stop almost at once, and then you're right back into the power band again.
Yeah.
And brakes, I geek out on brakes. I love brakes. So what's a Fox body running a quarter mile?
So I have never ran it with the turbos on because it's not finished. I still have to finish wiring up the boost controller, plumb all that. It's a CO2 boost controller, so I still got to get the CO2 tank and all that. But when I first did the LS swap, it was bone stock 6 liter, trans brake TH350, and my very first time driving the car, it ran a 13.9. And when I went back and looked at the footage, I did a horrible burnout and slid on the line. And then when I was going down the track, I actually short shifted, which I saw in the data log, and then I let out before I even made it through the trap. So I made a lot of mistakes, and I only got 3 passes in because somebody oiled the track down. So I think the first one was like a 14.00 and then a 13 something. I feel like bone stock, I could have got it into the 12s had I had more seat time with it. But this was like one of those days here in the Midwest. It was like November, and there was like a 60-degree day, and I'm like, we're taking it. I'm going to get one chance to drive it this year before I start on the turbos. So I took it down, and I learned a lot about the car, and it didn't break, but it didn't run what I was hoping it would run. But looking at everything, I think it would have ran a high 12 at least.
I mean, it's really good for a naturally aspirated car.
Yeah, bone stock. Obviously, it's gutted. It's got a cage.
Right.
And then the trans brake and 2-step kind of helps with some of the launching. But yeah, I have not had a car that I had trans brake and line lock, and learning how to do a proper burnout wasn't something that I'm used to. So you got to go through certain steps in order to get the burnout right. And that time I skipped a step and it didn't really do a burnout. And then when I launched, it just kind of kicked sideways. I got out of it and back in it, and still ran my fastest time, which was like a high 13 something, just over 100 mile an hour.
So what you really need is a driver mod.
Yes, absolutely.
Seat time. See, people talk about, I'm going to keep working and make it faster and faster. Sometimes seat time is the best thing you can do to your car. Is just go get some seat time. I've had cars for, like a long, long time, occasionally. I don't keep cars usually that long, but so the ones I keep for, 4 or 5 years, I get really good with them because I just know how they act. I know how they handle. I know how they, I know all their shortcomings. And then you become more accustomed to driving it, where all the buttons are, especially if you're going to run a 2-step. I've never ran a 2-step, but stuff like that sort of stuff, trans brake and all that, you get accustomed to it. Your body will start doing it without you thinking about it. So
yeah. So with the burnout, I had a 3-position switch. So I flipped it up, and then my button was the line lock. So then I did my burnout, but you got to drop it into second gear when you do your burnout. And then this time I left it in first, so it just pushed right through. And then once I get out of the burnout, then I flip the switch down, and that gets the trans brake and 2-step activated. So yeah, there's flip the switch up, hold the brake down, press the button, do your burnout, make sure you're in second gear, and then put it back in first gear, flip the switch down, bump in. So yeah, it's definitely a learning experience for me. And even when I get the turbos done and take it to the track, I'm definitely going to keep it turned down for a few passes until I get comfortable with the car, because
that's what I would do.
I do not want to wad the thing up trying to do a 10-second pass when my quickest pass in it's like a high 13.
Yeah.
But yeah,
ease your way up to that 10-second pass. I think Dustin assumes right. I do believe you're after 10 seconds. I mean, that's what I would imagine with twin turbos, TH350. I mean, it's a built drag. I mean, you're building a drag car. Basically. So.
And it's got a bottle of nitrous in it just in case the GT45s don't spool quick enough.
Just in case.
So, yep. And then with the Terminator X, there's a lot of stuff you can do. I can do my 2-step in there. I can do my trans brake in there. I can do the bump box through that. There's a bunch of stuff that you can do. So I'm still learning on how to set all that stuff up too. Scramble button, in case I need a little more boost down at the end.
You're way beyond my personal knowledge.
I'm
Go
learning
fast.
a
That's
lot.
all I want to do.
Yep. It's
So,
fun though. I like learning all that stuff, and I like
Yeah.
being able to understand it enough that I can show other people how to set it up too. Yeah.
just in case.
Those GT45s. I don't know how quick they're going to spool up, so
That's right.
I always got to have a backup plan.
Yeah, NOS
And
just in case.
And this is definitely my first time building a drag car. So I've always, when I was younger, I was into imports and, the flashy body mods.
Yep.
And then I got the 240 and got in. Well, I thought I was going to get into drifting, and I realized that's harder than it looks as well. And I tore up a clutch. Yep. So I did that a little bit. And then I got into autocross and seemed to like that. So I did that for a while. And then I went to a big drag race down in Oklahoma. And I was like, this is really cool. I need to do this. So then I was going to build the 240 into a drag car. And a buddy of mine had the Fox body. It was a Bear chassis. It had a cage, a tube front end, and doors and quarters and a roof. And that was it. No suspension or nothing. The four of us picked it up and put it on a trailer. And then so
I picked it up and put it on the trailer.
We literally picked it up and put it on a trailer. So there was nothing to it. So that's been kind of fun too, just learning what kind of stuff to build. And, obviously there's plenty of Fox body drag cars. So information's easy to come by. But yeah, I like building something different. And this will be my first time.
After the third gen's done, done-ish, whatever. My next thing's probably going to be a big car. I love big cars that are fast, that are like that shouldn't be that fast. I really like those, so a wagon would be nice. I love
Have a good night, Jason.
See ya.
See you, buddy.
Yeah, I like wagons a lot too. Those are, there's a lot of pretty quick wagons that are cool.
I'll never be super fast in a wagon because I'm not going to throw that kind of money at it. But I just love wagons.
I like CTSV wagons. I like Fairmont wagons. They're all.
I like stuff that's built in the 60s. I want something that's 27 and a half feet long, weighs 4 metric tons, it's got more glass in it than a greenhouse. That's what I want. I want a big car. I love big cars.
There you go.
It's just, I don't know. I've had a bunch of small, I've had imports. I don't really shy away from anything. I've even had a bunch of Ford stuff, Junker.
Yeah.
You don't believe me, but I have.
Doubt it.
The problem with Ford stuff is you just got to keep throwing the money. There's just never stops.
Yeah, you mean just like that Camaro?
Yeah, but I'll be able to sell it and get that back.
Sell it. Dare me to?
Don't make me sell it.
If for me, I would build a Terminator engine or a Coyote if I could get them as cheap as I could get an LS. So obviously I do like LS stuff. That's what I build, but I wouldn't shy away from building a Hemi or a Coyote, or if I could get my hands on something cheap. That's just where I struggle, because I don't want to spend that kind of money getting a motor. And eventually you'll get some of the Coyotes from the Ford trucks into the junkyard, but that's still a little ways away.
There's one of the earlier 300 Hemi C's at the junkyard I was at today, and somebody's taking the transmission out. It looks like they were getting ready to take the motor out, and now it's sitting in there sideways. I don't know what the hell they were doing.
Jeez.
So I was like, just pull the motor. If you're that far in it, just, you had it unbolted, it's sideways. There's no valve covers, no nothing on it. Just pull it out, take it with you.
Right.
$200. If I'd have been that far, I'd have took it.
Right.
So, Yeah. I could have Hemi swapped this, I guess. I could have went and picked that up. That'd have been weird.
A little bit.
I mean, it would have been.
Not any worse than putting an LS in a Fox body.
Love it. The other option would be electric swap it. And that's the next thing I want to do to get people going. I want to EV swap something.
Edge of Eternity's taking off. Have a good night, buddy.
Buddy, thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
We'll see you on Thursday, right? I know
Yeah,
I
so
keep taking over here, don't I?
7.3 Godzilla in a truck and run 10 seconds.
Alright.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
And that's, with my channel, everybody's like, oh, LS only and doesn't like anything not LS. That's not the case at all. I'm a gearhead. I will wrench on whatever, and whatever I can make go fast is what I'll work on. I just happen to have gotten into LSs and I can build them, and I have an abundance of parts at my house that I could swap 2 more cars with no problem. But
Just
I'll work on anything.
Yeah. This is probably part of the problem about working on anything when you start getting into it is you end up with extra.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're like, I could build this other thing, but then I don't have anything to support it. Or I just keep doing what I'm already doing.
Right.
Yeah. LSs are just cheap for what they are for a late model, reliable engine. They're just cheap.
Yeah.
And you can
they were
just
in everything.
beat the hell out of them.
Right.
I mean,
And they came in everything. You can get them in trucks, vans, cars, whatever.
one of the guys that actually had my high top conversion van for a while, he had a 380,000 mile LS out of a van that they were pulling apart to put in something else. And the cross hatching still looked good in the damn cylinders. Almost 400,000 miles.
Yeah,
And
it's not surprising.
he's pointed out something I really never thought of is the pistons don't lean out nearly as far. That they're further in. And he said because of that, it creates less drag on the actual cylinder walls. I
Yeah,
never thought about that, but I don't know that he's right either. So, but I just, but I was like, yeah, could be. I don't know.
makes sense.
Yeah, but
hell
it's just
yeah.
amazing.
Yep.
Can't wait till Junker LS swaps that tractor
Yeah.
with a supercharger. Supercharged LS swapped Ford tractor.
Never gonna happen.
You be pushing snow like nothing else, man.
Yo,
The snow will just be blowing away from the thing.
hey,
So you'll have to let me know when you get ready to do that first startup. I think it'd be pretty funny if I just happen to show up when it's ready to fire.
I think it'd be great. I was listening to your podcast or whatever. I don't know. You posted it on Facebook or YouTube,
Yeah.
so it's not a podcast anymore,
Yeah.
technically. But whatever it was, Stuff with Cletus is in here. What's up, buddy?
Yep.
But you're saying, yeah, it'd be funny if you just like showed up when people were doing their LS swaps. I
Right.
thought that was a great idea. I was like, yeah, that sounds great. I was like, I was telling Junker before you popped in here that I was going to reach out to you and tell you that you needed to come by at least for my startup.
Yeah. I just think it'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what a plane ticket costs, but it can't be that much.
No.
So
Not anymore.
yeah, exactly. Right. Especially right now. So since there's never been a CD009 put in a third gen that I can find at all, I'm going to have to test fit all this just to see because I've got to buy a transmission cross member
Yep.
with a provisions for the torque arm for the rear end. And then I'll probably have to modify that to make it work. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Figure out where the shifter lands and
So yeah, and it's a divorce shifter or whatever they call it, where it bolts on a cage or whatever that bolts to the transmission.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah, and there's a company that makes one that's short, that's not as long, which makes it 30, just under 31 inches, which I think is what I'll have to buy. This particular one doesn't have a shifter anyway, so I'm gonna
Gotcha.
have to buy a shifter. It's a good shifter's $300. I don't care what it is. So,
Yeah.
so I don't feel like I'm out anything there, but I want to get it. I'll have to order the adapter kit for it
Yep.
first. That's $1,000 for the cheapest thing. So
Right.
but I'm gonna throw that in. We'll get it all mounted up, see how it lands, do some measuring, and then I'll have to pull it all back out. A friend of mine actually has a 4.8 block sitting on an engine stand that's garbage. I may just borrow it so I can bolt it together,
some backup.
just sling it in. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
run. I just need it to go in there. And then if I put it in and it works out, great. If it doesn't and I need to change stuff, I can. May have to slide the motor forward. That's one of the things about the Dirty Dingo mounts is I think you have almost 1.5 inches.
You can move it around.
Yeah, either direct forward or aft. So, so really, there's some options there. Third option, if all else fails, is we move it as far forward as we can, and we do a console delete. You ever seen a third gen without a console?
Just cut open the trans tunnel.
Yeah, it's cut open the trans. Fine.
Hey,
Sheet
David, I'll
metal's
be back in a
overrated.
couple minutes, buddy. I'm gonna go eat dinner.
Yeah, go eat, buddy.
I actually got to jump off soon here, so I don't know if Stuff with Cletus or somebody else wants to jump in.
I guess I'm not leaving.
I guess.
Well, whatever.
Look what
I want you to eat.
Well,
You can just do like me and go white screen. That's what I did when I had to eat.
Yeah.
well, here I'll stop.
Yeah, I
I'll,
gotta-
stop this. I'll be here if you need me.
Fair enough. But yeah, I'll send you a message. When I start getting actually close. I mean,
Oh yeah.
we can talk about it. But yeah, I think it'd be awesome. Show up for the start or whatever, and kind of go over it, and everything looks good or whatever, or spend a day or two or whatever. I don't know what your schedule's like. I assume you have a real job.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Cletus, I really don't know what I'm doing yet. It took me forever to get.
I can actually.
Give me
I
a
think
minute.
I
I'll
might
go.
be able.
Can you send him a link?
I think I might be able to.
If not, I can do it real quick.
I'll see if I can. I don't know if this link will work. The one that you sent me might.
I mean, it should. I've shared my links before to other people and they
I
work.
just
So.
sent him one.
Oh, did you get it?
Did you? Thank you, Junker.
Cool. Yeah, once he jumps in, I gotta take off, get some stuff done with the kids, and I work
Yeah.
early in the morning. So,
Yeah. Well, thanks for jumping on, man.
oh, for sure.
I appreciate it being part of my first live and all.
Oh yeah, I like doing these.
I do too. It takes a lot of time, but I still enjoy it.
That's kind of where I struggle with is, I put out weekly videos. I try to
Yep.
do the podcast. I do shorts. I want to do lives, and then you still got your normal life that you gotta take care of all that
Yep.
too, and jobs. So someday I'll be able to get them all going. But I like the podcast style because you get away from some of the distractions and you can just have a conversation. So I like doing those. I do those. That's why I don't do those live.
Right.
But the view time, and it helps your watch hours, which is what I need, because that's where
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
struggling for. We're 760 something subscribers, but my watch time is way down. So that's what I need to get up.
I need
I
watch
don't even know
hours.
what mine is anymore. Hey,
I'm,
Tim.
on-
Thanks
I'm
for
over
coming
it.
in, buddy.
I'm over 1,000, but I need watch hours.
I was trying to remember what my watch hours even were. It's been a minute since I haven't looked at them.
Yeah, I
But-
think mine are maybe around 800. So I've got a lot to go.
So in the past, rolling 6,666.1 watch hours. Somebody
Does
go
it-
watch something for crying out loud.
Does that include your? Do you do a lot of shorts or anything?
There are some shorts, but I don't know a lot.
Okay, because shorts
hate
don't
shorts.
count towards your monetization when it comes to watch hours.
I was at over 4,000 before I ever did a short. So
Gotcha.
8:15. I'm going to give you the advice that everybody else gave me, and I thought it was bullarchy. Start doing lives. Start doing weekly lives and do them as long as you can.
Yeah.
People will watch it. You will get your watch hours. I'm getting 65, 70, 80 hours of watch time every week just from people coming in, hanging out for a couple minutes and leaving.
Yeah.
You gotta, if you're only at 7 something, you're not
Yeah.
even close to on point for, I'm
Right.
probably a month away, if that, from being monetized. So
Yeah.
you gotta,
Yeah, that's my problem is I just, like I said, the podcasts, I like doing those because I like them for the audio purpose to be no distractions, just the one-on-one conversations.
you can do premieres through here, through the StreamYard. You can do pre-recorded shows. So I'm wondering if you can put your podcast on here.
he did. He has a podcast that he posted.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah,
That's where
it's
it's
not.
at.
But it's not as a live stream. I know what you're saying. I hadn't.
Well,
thought
not
about
as a
that,
live stream.
But you could pre-record it and
Yes.
drop it as a live stream. That's not bad. I hadn't thought about that.
And you could still interact with everybody while it's going.
Right, because I can be in the comments still talking.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to try that. I've got I'm working through the order of my podcast, so I got your on the list here. So I think I've got maybe one more before I reach out to you. So I'll be reaching out here in the next probably couple weeks.
Yeah, just let me know.
So it's actually been good. I've got a lot of people
Cletus, you
reaching
got
out. So,
added by 2 people. Sorry. Try that
Sorry,
again.
I figured that.
so
yeah.
hopefully I'll have to try that on my next one though. Maybe I'll do it as a premiere and see how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, what can it hurt? You're going to post it, and the people that normally watch are going to watch anyways. If it's a premiere, you may actually push out and catch a couple more that you weren't going to get before.
Yeah.
So, can't
For
hurt.
sure. For sure. All right. Nice seeing you. Stuff with Cletus. Sorry, I gotta
Yeah,
take
man.
off.
That's all
He's
good.
got to go do real life stuff.
Yeah.
We'll catch up.
All righty.
See you,
I will
buddy.
see you guys later.
Thanks for hopping on.
Yep. Later.
Bye.
So what's up?
Oh, just waddling our way through our first live stream here.
He hijacked my account somehow.
Cool.
I think it's on my channel, but I have Junker Clunker's background and stuff, and I don't know why.
It's okay. Probably
I don't
using his StreamYard, which he's paying for it, so that's good, right?
I guess so.
No,
But
it's good.
it's under.
Everybody get the money out of it. I mean, shoot.
I ain't got a clue what's going on. I'm just running with it. Whatever, it's fine.
Is that a little pink?
So
Hey,
what made
Kevin,
you wanna
thanks
go
for
live?
hopping in, man.
You can cook it for a little longer if you want. In the fry. I don't know. I'm doing a hot dog back.
Oh, what are you into, Cletus? Anything cool?
Oh man, everything.
Sell anything?
Trading vehicles, selling vehicles, getting everything. Trying to get everything ready. Shooting videos. I got today. I bought a engine hoist, so I got to pull the engine out of that Denali for the Volvo. So.
You haven't done that yet?
Nope. It was gonna
Man.
be done. It's not even March yet. That's tomorrow. I said in March. That's what I'm pulling it. So it's I got to do it in my driveway, and it's been kind of northern like.
Yeah, what's the
But-
temperature?
Now it's and today was beautiful. It's in the 60s. Tomorrow being and the rest of the week will be in the mid 70s. So we're good to go.
God.
It's like 56 here today.
What were you considering northern weather?
The snow.
The ice, the snow, 30s, 20s,
Man, I could do
stuff
it.
we don't like down here.
Hi. Where you are usual weather.
It was 9 this morning.
9. Whew. Yeah.
No.
I just
No,
no
see,
thank
usually
you.
It's February 28th. Usually by this time of the year, we are done. We're talking about spring weather, and we are.
I think we were,
No,
I think we were in the 20s,
Day before.
the low 20s yesterday when I was working on that.
Whew, my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the day here it was 56 while I was at the
would definitely
junkyard.
have to have a project like that.
And the damn thing won't fit in the garage.
The bucket's as wide as the door.
No, it's the tires that's a problem.
Oh, really? Looks like the bucket's as wide as that door is, and the
No,
just in the screen.
Front end will fit.
Beat 'em all up.
What's going on, Kevin?
But yeah, we just I've been trying to get some trash content together. You know, it's like you.
How's
Just,
that working out for you?
I mean, it's all I make, so
Well, it's a third gen Camaro, so people love that. Trash.
Oh,
it's
I-
trash. People love
I ain't
trash.
working on that. I'm working on other junk.
No, I'm just saying, if you start putting videos on that, that's some content right there.
What-
There's lots of
When
trash
that
people like
car's
that.
up, I don't care what I'm doing to it. Those videos do great.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Hey, Kevin, not a problem for the sticker. Sorry, man. I was eating. I didn't see your messages. This is
Well,
not
even
this is
though-
not my live. This is Forsaken's live. So I'm just sitting back and trying not to take control.
You're doing great.
Even that old junky Camaro that I did
Did
good.
that video do well still?
Yeah, I mean not like crazy, but
Yeah.
it wasn't the best video.
Well, it was kind of choppy. That was the worst part about that video. I've watched that video twice over the
Oh,
years. I watched it I don't know, 2 years ago, maybe. When did you put it out? About 2 years ago, right?
If not 2 years, getting close to that, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And then I watched it again, but right before I bought mine, which was last spring, I watched it again. Not that I knew who you were or even that I ever wanted to do a YouTube channel, but I've seen it twice. The worst part is it's choppy.
Yeah. Well, I bought the cameras and everything since then. So
Yeah. I mean, it's like anything else. You as you grow, you invest and get better.
yeah, you get better software and you can just get better at videoing.
Yeah. A lot of it, I think, is you just get used to what you're doing too, and you're more comfortable and you know what works better and stuff. So,
Well, you get feedback from this group anyway. You'll get feedback from your friends here, the guys over here.
yeah.
If it's any good.
Yeah. And, I'm just ready to I've got several things that need to be done that aren't this Camaro. But two are priority right now. If I can get those done, hopefully this week I can finish them. And then I've got to get a vehicle to drive again because, people expect you to show up and things.
Yeah.
And then I'll be turning more to the Camaro and finding parts for it. But it's really not that. I mean, finding an engine is not that big a deal. They're pretty easy to find. So, I'll
So
get
next
one.
week's video. Next week's video, you doing an LS? Let's do it.
No, not Nick. I don't even have all the parts here yet. I've ordered a bunch. I've spent a bunch of money.
Appreciate
Cletus
the
knows
kind
about that.
You need a 5.3?
I might.
I've got one.
Yeah.
No transmission. I've already sold transmission, but I've got
I don't need a trans.
Oh well.
Is a known good motor though?
On good motor. 172,000 miles.
That ain't bad.
Nah, it's nothing for an LS. It looked good. Sounded good when it's running. So
Yeah. I can get them cheap here. Does it have accessories and stuff and intake and all? Or?
I don't remember. All Thursday I'm gonna pick it up. It's been sitting in storage for about 7 months, so I don't remember why I left with it. I was gonna do something with it originally.
Right.
And I was like, well, I got this 6.0. I can do better for the Volvos.
Probably.
But it was for sure good. I remember all that. I just don't remember. I think I kept everything. I think I got the harness and everything with it.
Shoot me a message later and tell me what you want out of it. I might come pick it up.
Yeah, let me verify it on Thursday
Yeah.
when I go and pick it up because I got to move it from one place to another. And whatever I can get of it towards the Volvo build. So.
Yeah, shoot me a message through Instagram or whatever, and we'll get together and figure out what you need for it. And I might just come get it. I was going to pull my original thought was I was going to pull one from Pull Apart, just so it is like a true junkyard engine, you know?
Yep.
Because that makes for good content. I got a whole, that's a whole
it'll make
episode.
good content driving all the way over here to Central Arkansas.
That's, I mean, yeah, it's not that far. 14 hours.
Hey,
Wouldn't
hey,
work.
Kevin, I don't think I'll be helping you put an LS. I ain't got a clue what I'm doing with that stuff. These are the right guys.
Just
These are the
watch
right
his
guys for
videos. Watch 815 LS swap videos.
Oh, yeah.
Watch wasted videos. Watch the videos we're doing on the Volvo. You can do it just watching videos on YouTube.
It's just bolts.
That's what I'm
I
going to
figure
do.
all kind of stuff out watching stuff on YouTube. Like I'm working on this
YouTube.
Toyota out here today, and I couldn't get the back. I was like, this back window, the motor shows good, the switch is so good. What is going on? It's getting power to it. So I look it up on YouTube, and it has a little brake. So in the back windows of a Sequoia or the 4Runners or even the Tundras, they roll up and down the very back window, like the one that, yeah. Anyway, they go up and down. What it turned out to be was it has a brake in it. So if it thinks the window's sliding down, the brake is like a spring-loaded brake that stops it from sliding on its own. For when they go off-road and stuff. Anyway, that brake was all the way jammed up, so I had to clean it out and open the brake up, and it works fine. So
I'm YouTube certified. That's what I've always said.
I'm telling you, I would have never figured that out, and I wouldn't have started throwing parts at it because I know the motor was good. I know the little sensor or whatever to show where the level is. So that was good. All the wire, I was getting power to it. The switch was, turning on and off. So, I was like, I was lost. So I learned something new. But yeah,
Now,
I look up YouTube. I'm telling you, all the time.
Yeah.
Cletus, I think we need to reach out to a beard company, and we'd start getting sponsored.
Yeah, I'm in April. As soon as speaking of sponsor, I need to send an email. Just remind me, but let me write that down so I don't forget. Sorry. I was supposed to send an email to a sponsor today and I forgot. April, as soon as everybody gets here, pretty much, I'm shaving this. I don't know if I'm gonna do it on a live or what, but I was just growing it just for the Volvo build. So this has been when we start talking about it, November or so, maybe October.
Why don't you start a GoFundMe, like a charity one?
I don't want to beg people. You know what I'm saying? If people want to help, I appreciate it. And I've got Cash App, PayPal, Facebook Pay, YouTube.
No, for like a charity bar.
Oh, you mean for the beard?
The beard.
Okay, I got you. To give money to a charity. I don't know. I guess I got so much going on, I ain't even thought about it.
Yeah. I went, so normally I grow a really long, big beard in the winter, but this year, for whatever reason, it started growing out and it started bothering me. It normally didn't do that, and I just trimmed it back down. This is my year-round growth.
This is probably the longest I've ever had my beard, and my beard grows really quick, so I've got to shave it or cut it pretty often. I'm going to shave it all the way off.
Mine's pretty thick. It didn't grow long this year. It just went thick.
Yeah.
Well, when I shave mine off, they tell me I got a baby face. I look young, I guess, but I look much older with this. Like much people like this, they're like, "Are you in your 40s?" I'm like, "No." With a shave,
I am old, so I'm not as old as
40s is old. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I really only have two looks. It's either the beard or goatee. If I've shaved the mustache off and the goatee, something went wrong in the bathroom.
Done that before.
Yeah.
I have trimmed a mustache. I can't stand it coming over my lip.
I keep mine trimmed back up behind my lip too. I don't like that when it rolls over.
Have you guys ever seen Newman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the guy from Jurassic Park that gets eaten by that spitting dinosaur?
Same guy, yeah.
That's
Same
him.
guy, yeah.
Exactly what he looks like without. I haven't seen it in person. I've just seen it in pictures. But
or the Numma Numma guy.
I see it.
Yeah.
See, before I lost a little bit of weight, I had these glasses on or whatever, and I shaved. My brother says I look like Peter Griffin.
Peter Griffin. That's pretty funny.
I don't want any more.
You bastards.
You got. I can't do that accent.
What? He's not monetized.
Maybe. Let's see here. I'm gonna send this email while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I've got it. Man, this Volvo build is coming up quick.
Are you ready for it at all, or got all your parts?
Can we run that after?
No, I do not have all the parts yet. I still don't even have the harness, though I paid for the harness and it's ordered. But I tried to order it first off. I've got tires. I've got another set of rims now. I've got a cherry picker. So the next big purchase is a transmission. I'm going to buy a 2-wheel drive 4L80E. So
Never do that again.
then after that, I got to buy the accessories. I still got to pull the engine, shave the intake, all that stuff. But all that's just doing it. The money is the big thing, boy. It's a tight budget.
Well, I mean, anytime somebody says cheap LS swap, they're lying to themselves.
Well,
You get the LS packs. It's all the other stuff.
So if I were to do this as a cheap LS swap, I would go on Amazon because Amazon's great about if you need to send something back.
Yeah.
And get one of the harnesses that's already made. You know, somebody already took a stock harness. They've already programmed it. It's not a guarantee, but it's guaranteed because if it don't work, you send it right back.
Yeah.
But they're like $150 that way. I mean, yes, I could take the old harness and do it. It'd be cheaper than that. But this is already done. It's plug and play. You're ready to roll.
For me,
So
it's just more content.
Do it
You know.
that way. You build your own motor.
We're losing you, man.
You do more content, but maybe, yep, internet. Let me try clicking over on my extender.
Oh, is it because you're in the garage or whatever?
Well, it's like it used to be a garage, it's like a den. Hold on, I'm gonna click on my extender and see if it. I'll probably fade out for a second.
All right.
Renegade, I'm curious to know what you call people with no beards. Women?
Back. All right.
That's my guess. Boom!
So, anyway, you can do an LS build on the cheap if you really planned it out and did it, especially from GM to GM.
Well, depends on what you're putting it into.
Right. Well, say if I took this El Camino out here, there's plenty of room to work. There's plenty. I could probably do the swap in the El Camino. Saying I've already owned the engine and already owned the car and everything, own everything except for LS swap stuff. You could probably do a full swap for less than $1,500.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But people will talk about doing an LS swap for $700. It ain't happening. Not and buy a motor. It's not gonna happen.
For sure not if you buy a motor. If you don't have to buy a motor, you can do it. But boy, it's still gonna be tight. But
Kevin, my first name's David.
To do the Volvo, I wanted to buy that expensive harness. So and then also, the stuff we need to put it into the Volvo, it's gonna be more money than I'm wanting to spend, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. I mean, it'll be fun is the thing. It'll be a good time. It'll be something different. It'll be something to talk about. It'll be something you'll remember doing even later. You'll be like, remember that time we put that stupid motor in that Volvo? Yeah, that was a good time.
Well,
that's worth every penny you'll spend.
Hanging out with everybody.
Yeah. It's the event is probably as important as the actual build, and then I think it's a great idea to get everybody together to do it and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome. There's going to be some things that we'll learn. So if we do something like this again, of course we'll know. But it's the first time
Great first name Renegade.
all these people together like this and trying to do it within 3 to 5 days.
Renegade David.
Have y'all decided where you're doing this yet exactly? Have you-
Yes, it is going to be in Central Arkansas.
Okay.
Pretty much right down the street from my place at 113.
Is it 113's?
His
I
new
remember
shop.
him saying that. Now I remember him talking about that a few weeks ago.
There's
I
really
remember
also a
originally.
volunteer in the shop. It is a motorcycle shop, so it's a little smaller, but
Yeah.
it should be still be plenty of room.
It'll be fine for that Volvo. You're not pulling a dually in there.
When did
Yeah.
that change?
Oh gosh,
ago?
it started changing about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It started changing.
I didn't
So
hear
our
that.
first original shop fell through. Then we had a backup shop, because I always have backup for everything. Just like this harness doesn't get on time. I always have backup for everything because we're trying to do it in 3 to 5 days. So that shop fell through. So then I found another shop and another backup, and it fell through. So this is our last thing. If it doesn't happen here, it's going to happen in the driveway, but I know it'll happen there. Everything.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just confused. I thought you were going up to CP's.
Yep. So the shop of his buddies that was going to be doing it in, his buddy is getting a divorce and had to sell the shop within 20 days or something like that. So then we're going to do it at CP's house, and CP's like, I don't know if I could, if we can all fit. I don't know if I have the correct power to run the welders, and also I don't know if I'll have the time to do everything and all that.
So he's not in it anymore.
I don't think he's going to come and do it. So he's on a maybe. He's a busy guy. So he's got a new shop he's building. That's the biggest thing. He's trying to build a shop. He's still working and doing his own business. So he probably won't be down.
He's a busy dude. That's what I've gathered from just speaking with him. The little bit I have, he works at multiple shops, freelancing or whatever. I don't know what you call it. And then, works out of it. He's trying to get to where he works just out of his house and build that shop there. And, he does a live every week plus videos every week. I mean, so he's got all the stuff we've got going on too. He's got a lot happening. I respect him just for keeping it all together. I mean, good grief. I barely keep my stuff together at all.
Yes. He does have a lot going on. And, if I could say,
Dustin, me too. I like working with other
everything we
people.
paid for and all your travel and everything be paid for. But we had a sponsor to pay for all that. Maybe that'd change some stuff for him, but maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. Because, everybody that's coming, they're paying for their own travel and their own everything. So
Right.
the only person I'm paying gas for is dudes because he's going to haul the Volvo down. So I was like, I'll pay for your gas.
I mean, yeah, you are getting the car out of the deal, and at least throw the guy some cash.
So he's going to I got a set of real nice seats and center console that he's getting, leather, heated, all that stuff that he's going to be putting in something. So it's kind of a trade for the car. So
Right. Oh yeah.
but still the travel, it's like,
I mean, yeah.
and my house is pretty small, so nobody can really stay here. I mean, they're more than welcome to stay down here. I don't know if they would want to, but
Sleep in the
they'll
garage
probably
on the floor.
exactly. They'll probably have to get a Airbnb. So they're not too bad. I think they're like $80 a night around here. So you
Yeah.
split that between
Hey Kevin,
5
that Falcon will be back on the channel soon. I'm just not sure when.
Dust wagon people do need to work more together, man. And this automotive community is pretty good about working together remotely. Now it's going to be great when we actually get to work together as far as putting hands on stuff. That's going to be awesome. And then the Nationals is going to be stupid cool too. That's a bunch of people coming together. I don't know if we'll be doing any work there, but
Where's it? What's that?
the No Name Nationals in Sykes.
Oh, No Name Nationals. I'm trying to determine what I'm doing this year. As far as I try to do a trip every year, but I don't have the time I normally would have. So
Right. What's good about that one is it's all YouTubers, all automotive YouTubers that are participating.
yeah,
So
I think that it sounds like a blast. I don't know how many people are signed up. I'm kind of curious to see.
I don't think he's released numbers, but so far, I know there's about 68 or 70 or something like that.
It's a lot of people.
Now he might have some more by then. That's the last time we
Shit from
kind of
Yeah.
shared the number with me. I don't know if he wants me sharing that out, but
Hey, Dave.
Yes, sir.
I don't think we've talked to Cletus about what we were discussing a couple weeks ago.
Man, I would love. So yeah, I don't know if you've heard, but I would love to make this happen. However, I can't financially figure out how the insurance would work.
okay.
But to do basically like a cannonball run relay race that hits every state. So my thought was, now I've been drinking when this come up, just so we're gonna start with that. So we start in the Northeast,
Yeah.
and work our way down the coast, and it'd be two
Right.
YouTubers at a time, and you would pick up and hand off a YouTuber as you went all the way through every state. One car, the car, would be something dumb. I mean, it doesn't have to be something great. Something cheap would be my suggestion because it's going to be driven by a ton of different people.
So whatever you pick, it's going to be driven by other people.
What's that?
Your drive, whatever. So you're saying the car is going to be doing the travel and not one person.
Yes. So let's say it starts out with two guys from the same, or two guys, one guy in one state. He goes to the next state, picks up a guy, then they go to the next state, and the very first guy leaves. But they pick up another guy, and you always have two people in the car.
So
Except
how's
for
the
the
other
very
guys getting
first.
back home though?
It doesn't. That's why it needs to be a cheap $1,500, $2,000
I'm talking
car.
about the person. How do they get back to their house?
That's on them. Uber back, fly back. I mean, there's options.
Wait a
but
minute.
It's only a couple of states away. That's really not that far.
Wait a minute. What if at the end two things? The person that's done their leg of the race, now they've got to get a car for cheap and get home in it.
I mean, that'd be good content for their channel.
That's putting a lot
And then-
of pressure on somebody to find something. And
But
still-
yeah,
and it is
exactly.
road style. Don't get me wrong, but
And then
Yeah.
at the end of the race, just randomly give the car to somebody. If it's still
I mean,
going.
Well, I
if
mean,
you got
my
something
opinion,
like a Toyota Highlander or Toyota car, or
I was thinking
Chevy
Buick
LS.
LeSabre, supercharged
Sabre,
Buick
yeah.
LeSabre.
Ooh, I don't know about the supercharged one. People be beating
Those-
the shit out.
Well, any of this Buick LeSabres, anything with 3,800 in it, they're easy to work on. They're very reliable.
Parts are
Parts
available.
are in everywhere. So
I didn't see that.
Gambler,
episode.
yeah, I
I
guess
would
so.
say
Yeah.
start in the southern states, so the car starts out rust free.
So that'd be a good idea too. You could start in Florida and work your way up, and then back down and up and back down. or whatever.
You got to start here. I gotta find the vehicle.
Oh no, rust bucket, buddy. I don't think it's gonna make it.
That's
Hit
part
a
of the
bump
fun.
and the whole suspension comes out from under you.
No, I wouldn't pick something that was that dangerous.
I guess down here we see rust. I'm telling you, we see a rust hole. We're like getting scared. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
it's garbage.
yeah. Is the
I've
car
lost
rust
deals
saving it?
over surface rust. So
You get one rust hole, where water got down in, and like the 2004 Chevy trucks, sometimes we get the rockers where it rusted, where even our, never been in rust area, but get rusted sometimes, and that would scare somebody enough to say, "Has the rust spread? Is it cancer?"
yeah, I had a Saturn View, and I bought it off an auction. It's a Southern vehicle, and I think come from Georgia, but it had a little bit of rust next to the pinch welds on the frames, on the frame itself, where it's welded together. Nothing serious, but on the
Was
auction
it like
side, it said
scaly rust, or was it just surface?
it was just surface rust. It wasn't anything. I mean, a little scaled,
wow.
nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But on the auction, they had it on there as rusted out or whatever frame, and they had pictures of it, like close up pictures of it. I'm like, whatever. I got it
Good
for
way
like
to get
$1,000
your car, I
bucks.
guess.
Yeah, I
Well,
made good
they're
money on it.
pretty
Whatever.
Anyway, Saturn
I did
Views
not
are pretty
watch
good.
that episode. Did you guys see that one? Kevin's saying that it's almost like a Gas Monkey episode.
He had. Yeah, I seen.
Maybe I don't know.
I tried. I was trying to watch his stuff on YouTube and stuff, but he's always talking, down to people and talking about how millennials don't work hard. His ass don't do any work. actual
he's
work.
changed.
But,
He's changed.
yeah, I'm just
hardcore.
like, I'm good.
You know, I watched his stuff from when he was just this little peon.
Yeah.
And over the I stopped watching a lot. I used to be very 100%. I'll be planting my butt in the TV, you know, watching his show every week.
I mean, it's pretty entertaining, especially when he had Aaron Kaufman. I mean, that dude is
he-
brilliant.
He is a great fab.
He's the one that made it. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, that would have never.
Well, I mean,
taken
the
off.
other guy's a good entertainer. It's funny, you know. He makes his jokes and he goes, you know. Yeah. But that's about as far as it goes, you know. Yeah, Russ scares us down here.
Yeah, it does.
Chevy Cavaliers, hell yeah. And Kevin, I think you're talking about Fuzzy Dice. You ever seen that channel, guys? So they've taken 3 of his buddies, himself and 2 of his buddies, have flown to California on a whim. Once they're out there, they buy this random car, and they just happen to pick a Ford Pinto that hasn't run in 30 years, has been sitting out in the California sun. And now their goal is to get this thing up and running. I think it was in like 48 hours and hit the road to drive it home. Their goal is to make it home with this car. It is a super long series, and we're waiting for video number 3 or 4, but it is really good. I'm hooked. So if you like long videos, go watch it. I'm telling you, it's definitely.
I don't really like. I mean, I say I don't like long videos. There's some video like Puddin' I can
Thanks,
usually watch,
Renegade.
but
Appreciate you,
some videos,
swinging
man, they
by.
gotta keep you. A long video, you know, they got to keep you.
We'll see you Thursday, Renegade. Yeah, no, it will keep you. It's very tastefully done. We watched what the hell is the name of his channel? Waldo Welds or something like that.
I like that you have time to watch YouTube channels. Barely do.
I do it
I really
nighttime.
don't. And I'm
But,
I'm subscribed to so many channels, and I try to watch everybody's, but I still
It's impossible.
Yeah, I mean,
He made a.
it's
plow.
no disrespect, but heck, I barely have time to watch my stuff before I throw it out on the internet. So,
I have a little more time than most, I guess.
yeah.
Well, we don't watch normal TV, so
I don't either. That's why I get to watch. That's why I get to watch. So, I mean, I don't know if I hear something or think something's funny. See you, Renegades. I'll watch it. Like this show on HBO Max, I watched it. It was funny, but I just don't watch much TV, and I definitely don't watch regular TV.
So occasionally something will come through that my wife likes that I'll get involved in. We've started several years ago. We started watching The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
It's hilarious. I mean, the first season is really funny, and then it's okay since then. But the first season was like hilarious. But since then, it's still fun. It's not the same.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, that car. I wonder where that car has been in its lifetime.
The Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
You know, to make a video for YouTube, and I kind of guess I've kind of always known this, but I'm definitely looking harder at this now. But you know, if somebody wants to watch a how-to video, they're going to look up for a how-to video. They're not going to look for entertainment and how-to in this. I mean, they may, but it's not something somebody's looking for.
Yeah.
So the way I'm hopefully starting to do it now is I'm going to make an entertaining how-to video if it's something I for sure know how to do, you know. And then also I'm going to make entertaining videos. So separate of, you know, because if I'm doing a show or video for a car guy, he don't want to know, you know, he'll want to know, oh, this is how you change your brake pad. I mean, he knows how to change brake pads. Come on. So if I'm doing a show for a car guy, I'm going to try to tailor it to the car guy and make it entertaining for him. So that's something I'm going to be doing different this year that I've already tried to start doing. But
yeah,
my stuff's definitely not a how-to because I'm a hack. So,
yeah, that's how you do it, right? I mean,
hey, that's how I do it. I mean, I'm not saying it's not a way. It's just maybe not the way. My way usually works out. Typically, you know.
David, you're getting yelled at.
Am I? Why?
Don't call yourself a hack.
I'm a hack. I'm fine with it.
She gets mad when I say things like that about myself now.
I'm okay with being a hack. It's all right. You know, nothing wrong with that. People hack their way through life all the time.
What the heck?
Uh-oh.
Easy now.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I was
They
trying
will,
to,
they will find things to give you shit about on here. I've gotten like 5 videos flagged.
oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, after they go over an hour, your videos are gonna get flagged. Your live should get flagged anyway. And then you just go in and put manual review or whatever, and then do it. Now after 25, after you're monetized, after 25 videos, they won't do that anymore. After you're monetized. So
I'm close. I'm really close.
good.
Yeah.
They just need a
I
little
would
bit
say
more.
I would say before you hit review my channel, make sure you're at least 5,000 hours. I know it says 4,000, but make sure you're closer to 5,000 hours, because you wouldn't want the next month to hit and then it bring you back down, and then you get to wait for them to re-review it again. Could take 3 to 4 months that way. So
I'm noticing a lot more people are watching, and they're watching longer.
That's good.
Well,
That's what you want. You want them to watch it.
When you said you didn't have the watch hours, I know there's a bunch of guys, I don't know if you even seen them in your comments, that said, hey, I'm going to be helping you get your watch hour. I'm going to push your watch hours. So if they have YouTube Premium, they've been going and downloading your videos, which gives you instant 100% watch time.
Yeah.
If people
Like
know
me.
you need your watch hours to get paid, they're going to, it's easier to get watch hours than is subscribers from the community, because the community can put it on in the background. They can, especially if they've already watched it, right? Put it on the background. They can download all the videos, all that stuff. So,
Kevin, I've clearly misled you. I am not educated. Thanks for thinking that, though. I do appreciate it.
He said he's clearly not educational.
I'm not educated. Yeah.
Educated.
Yeah. Everything I learned. I told you I was working on a disclaimer for the first of my video.
Yeah, I'm working on one too.
Yeah. Everything I learned from a guy leaning against a drink machine, drinking an RC Cola, wearing bib overalls, smoking a Marlboro Red.
I made a disclaimer on mine because it was because too many people are getting offended over dumb stuff, and I'm like, you know what?
I love puddings. Oh crap, we got pudding to watch tonight, bro.
Well,
Oh,
it's
so you got like a
9:04. You'll
bedroom?
make it. Every Monday he drops. I don't know.
I
It's
just
on
watch
Monday.
whatever
Monday.
I have time.
Oh, you have to make time for pudding.
I do enjoy his channel a lot.
I appreciate him. I'm glad that he's doing so well, but
Yeah.
I'm not I'll watch all of his videos, but I'm not on a schedule kind of thing. I've got so much going on. I try to, it's whenever I can
He's
get
a
it in.
pudding lover too.
All right. Well, I think I'm the one that originally told you to go watch pudding, wasn't I?
And the funny thing is after watching, I don't know, 2 or 3 videos, I was like, man, this guy seems familiar.
Yeah.
And then he goes to his dad's property. I'm like, I used to watch this guy all the time before he was big.
I got you. All right.
But I was also about a quarter way through watching the first video of coming back, and I'm like, this guy seems cool and awesome, but I can't stand his voice.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Tell him what I call him.
But by the end of it, that was it. I was 100% hooked. And
He sounds like everybody else down here.
How does he get his very own boomhauer? I want one.
He's Dale Gribble. That's why.
So that's just the way folks around here talk. I
Oh,
understood everything that man said.
I'm like, that has to be scripted, Brittany. That has to.
Nope.
The next video was no. I understood everything. And I'm like, no, I didn't hear a damn word.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure he puts some things in his, I'm sure he designs some things for the videos, but I think
Oh, I'm sure.
it's pretty natural, the sayings and all that. I mean, it's people say that stuff.
I think he turns it down for his videos. I think I
maybe.
bet in person it's more. He's toned
Well,
it
probably a
down.
lot more cuss words and stuff, right?
Well, yeah. But it's one of those things where it's like you kind of become a character after a while. I mean, I think all of us probably do
Sure.
to some degree.
What's that shop
I
at?
mean, I have to. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know that anybody would enjoy the boring me that's just sitting here listening to music working. You
Well,
know.
most people think that my name is Cletus. So,
Well, yeah.
and, you know,
close.
it's not that I don't want people to know what my name is, but it's just something I just don't. You know, what's wrong with Cletus? It's an old military nickname, and I've stuck with it.
There you go. So you carried that a long time then.
Still
Yeah.
rock.
Shopcat, we're still rolling in here, man.
Yeah, Kevin, I think you should still think about upgrading that one barrel to an Autolite. Was it 2151, something like that? They make plates and everything. You put a 2-barrel on that.
You know what works really well for carburetors?
Change
Fuel
from
injection.
I don't know if they make a fuel injected version for the
For the 200.
yeah.
It's on a 200, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly, I don't have any idea.
It's a single barrel carburetor. It is just pathetic.
Yeah.
I've got one on that Falcon. It is, and I've had them on my 170s and
Well,
200s.
You're
They are
not getting any
pathetic.
power out of them, but
That you can't get enough fuel out of them no matter what.
No, but they have. I know they do have the plates that you can turn the Autolite 5150s, whatever it is, and put them on there. You just have to modify a crap ton of stuff, and it wigs the motor up a considerable amount.
Hmm.
Hi, Bella.
Nothing like actually giving enough fuel to run.
See, I'm talking about Fords, and you're just like, what?
I know a little bit about it. I mean, I know about carburetors a little.
Oh,
Enough to
yeah,
get
yeah.
in trouble.
Changed.
I don't know enough about them.
Wait a minute. Is this Evil Shopcat?
Oh, I hope so. It's like his alter ego.
He just changed his logo.
Yeah, adapter than a sniper. Snipers aren't cheap though.
Gotta go telephones.
And at the end of the day, it's still a. They'll last for a long ass time. But they're not fast. And they're not meant to be fast.
No, they're just, it's a reliable thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's once you get those carburetors dialed in, you're good. But getting the single barrels dialed in is just a pain.
Unfortunately, that's the problem with all carburetors is you have to continuously dial them in if you want them to run well.
Yeah.
Temperature change, you need to adjust the carburetor, from, summer to winter.
Yeah.
So it's
A
just
lot of
part
people
of it.
don't, but
I've had really good luck with the Edelbrock 600 CFMs. Those I haven't had to really adjust on those.
I don't know. I've adjusted every carburetor I've ever owned. So I've never had one that I've only had, take that back. I had one that ran really, really well, but it was built by a professional carb builder and he put it on the car and adjusted it. And I didn't have to. That was actually the best running carburetor I've ever owned. It's Quadrajet.
The biggest problem is fuel delivery. I've noticed with carburetors, and we use a Holley Blue pump. It's called Holley Blue, and they seem to work very well. It's constant, 100% pressure. Whatever you set that thing to, it's always going. So that's what I have waiting to go in my Mustang one day.
Soon, right?
Well, I mean, the body work, yeah, but putting it together.
Get on it. Oh, once the body work's done, you'll be energized and ready to assemble.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know how-
It's got 3 weeks of body work. You'll be done.
What?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
A month max.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a thing.
Even making videos, let's make it 6 weeks. So it does take longer to do stuff making videos.
Yeah, good luck with that. You know how many other projects I got going?
Just sheet metal and paint. Just cut
Bob
it up. And
doesn't
put
even
new
have a
shit on.
parking spot right now. I have
Poor
to get that
Bob.
tractor running.
Man.
The tow truck driver kind of put it too far over, and my driveway is not very wide to begin with.
Yeah. Man, you got a beautiful spot there. I was looking at the background of, I think, last week's video, the or the flags blowing in the background, and the like a river there, and like the cities across the river. It was a gorgeous spot. I mean, that shot was just like great. It was a great shot.
It's not bad, but the problem is that I'm in the city.
Well, yeah.
I'm not from the city, you know, and I would love to see the reaction on people as they drive by this house, especially now that I got a tractor out there. What the hell is he doing now?
Yep.
But the biggest problem is that the city hall is literally over my shoulder right now.
Oh, they can kind of see you.
Oh yeah, they can see me.
Shopcat's got your answers.
Oh yeah.
All you have to do is not sleep, eat, or poop, and you're good.
So I need to become a junkie to be junkers.
Pretty much.
Oh,
give it your all the time.
How do you feel about that?
Oh my god.
So Brittany's phone keeps listening to us.
Of course it does.
No, and it responds for no reason. We'll just be watching TV and be like, "I'm sorry, I didn't get that." It's like we didn't ask. It calls people.
Oh, good, nice.
It called her mom.
Junkie fuckers.
Hey man, you got any parts?
Hey guys, you got any of them Ford parts laying around?
Carburetors? I've run out of things to clean.
Yeah, I've run out of things to clean. Yeah.
You know what?
So one of the things I wanted to do when I build my motor is do a hot tank in-house, at-home hot tank. You ever seen anybody do these? They use like a torpedo style heater and take a metal trash can, fill it full of water and detergent, put your parts in it, and then put the heater right up against the metal container and heat it up to hot tank your own parts at home.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
How hot can you safely go?
Well, I'll probably end up doing a metal barrel. So, a 2,000 degrees, way more than I'm going to get out of a propane heater.
That's a good idea.
I mean, I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. I may tell you that this is the worst idea I've ever had. And
yeah,
I've seen other people do it, but I've never seen anybody do it on YouTube. I'm not saying that other people haven't done it on YouTube, but it's just an unusual thing that I'm a redneck, and around here people do weird stuff. Yeah, wood fire. That's too much. There's a Rural King. I don't know if you know what Rural King is, but they sell, I think it's 35-gallon drums. So they're not quite 55-gallon. They're smaller. So I think it would work just fine. We'll see.
Why don't you just get an old oil barrel, cut it open and light it on fire, and then throw that?
Oh, I mean, that's what these are there. They're not oil, but it's some sort of old barrel. And
oh, that's right. You guys don't have much heating stuff down there, do you?
No. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So up here for all summer long, you can find these free 275-gallon drums. You just flip that thing on its side, cut open the front, flip it up, fill it with, light it, let it burn for 5 minutes, fill it with water, and then you could just build a fire underneath it. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, Dusty, that'd be a good place to sit around and drink beer for a night or two. Just sit around your boiling car parts and have a few and talk to the neighbors or whatever.
Hey, Cletus, tell your wife to get back to me, man.
I can tell her.
What?
I can tell her to message you back.
All right then.
Yeah. She I don't know. She's pretty busy.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Right now she's doing a lot of senior pictures and
oh, okay. Yeah, don't take away from stuff like that because that's probably more money.
And stuff. Well, I'm sure she could do something for you. I don't know. She might already be working on something for you. I don't know.
She hasn't responded back.
Kevin, I don't know where you're at, buddy, but I don't think we're close.
He's up here.
Yeah, I didn't think we were close. Thanks for the offer, though.
He's just a little far away from you.
Yeah,
he's only like 10 minutes from me, so.
Well, yeah, the $350 I'd spend in fuel to come get a free $50 can.
I tell you what, if you're gonna go see him, you better be stopping by here.
I would if I drove that far. I'd definitely come see you.
You better.
That's a heck of a trip.
I don't know if I'd fly up there. I might fly up there, but I don't know if I'd drive up there.
I like to drive.
That's a drive. Oh,
We
I
could
like to
do
drive.
We could do a collab.
Yeah, I like to drive. Problem for me
I've
is
never
just
been up there, so
time.
Have a good one, Shop Cat. We'll see you Thursday.
Yeah, like your new logo, buddy. See you later.
Yeah,
Thanks for
that's gonna-
stopping in.
Yeah, you've done pretty good as far as the view count tonight.
Yeah, like I said, I was shocked anybody showed up, and I thought it was going to be me and you. You know,
Now I got to figure out what I have to fix because you hijacked my channel.
I mean, I don't know. It's logged in with my email address.
Yeah, because you deleted mine.
I don't know. I don't know how I did that though.
I don't know either.
well, I don't
Yeah,
think
I
he
don't
had,
know.
I don't think he would have deleted your email address
I-
because then you couldn't get into StreamYard at all. But
Oh,
you made
shit.
him an admin, so his had to be added. I think the only thing he can't do is delete your email address. But
I don't know.
That was pretty funny. Once I finally logged in, it was like,
he probably just linked his YouTube channel instead of yours.
"Hi, Kevin."
Yeah. It's definitely linked to my YouTube channel. That's the only thing I know that I'm sure of. But I don't know how we got to this point. Thanks for coming in, Kevin.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I'm doing a little different segment on mine Thursday. Instead of having everybody come in all at once, I'm going to do from 7 to 7:15, just myself and Brittany on camera doing like a Q&A. Because I
Yeah.
feel like I feel like the people that are coming in the chat aren't getting the attention they need, you know?
Maybe.
And then
Yeah.
and then about 7:15 I got one, and then 7:30 I have another one coming in, and then 6:45, and then 8:30. Well,
That'd
it
be a little
fell in the
different.
bucket of water. I had to open. I haven't looked at it, but I think once I get monetized, I'm probably not going to do 5-hour long ones.
Yeah.
They're probably going to be a heck of a lot shorter. I like doing
I
it.
don't time on it. I just go until I had to start putting an ending on mine. I'm like, it will not go past this because
Yeah, I remember. I remember.
whatever. It's like, oh god.
I mean, yours used to go. I'm way past my bedtime. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm old.
But there was always somebody watching. I'm like, well, I guess we'll stay on.
Oh, the Stump the Chump section. Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
I agree. I do like that too, Kevin.
I did stump a lot of jumps.
We have, yeah.
But yeah,
Came from the test room.
I was surprised, Cleese, with how many people would come in and out of yours just throughout the live stream.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
That's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes,
Yeah.
it's goes up to like 30 people and then sometimes it's like 10 people. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's up and down.
I'm talking about just in the actual, in your panel.
Oh, and on the screen.
Yeah.
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 Especially if they do a long one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, when you do the really long ones, it just kind of, and that's why they kind of go so long. I think is because the people would come in, the narrative would change for the conversation for a while, and then I always enjoyed that. And
I
then sometimes you get the people that never say two words on the whole panel, and that actually entertains me too. They're like, "Hey, yeah, I'm blah blah." It's the last thing you ever hear from them.
And then everybody else, especially the ones
Yeah.
that talk about like Wasted and CP, they're running they're going on,
I'm the same way. I talk a lot. I'm kind of loud. Just who I am. I can't imagine. I can't imagine CP, me, and Wasted all at the same time. You wouldn't be able to hear any of us. It would just be a blur. So it'd be fun though. I mean,
I
but
I remember the first 10 panel live I was on with Cletus. Remember when you first paid for StreamYard? It was 10 people, and it was like, all right, guys,
No,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
leave.
care.
I couldn't get a word in, and I was just like, I'm leaving.
Yeah. Yeah, them
10
lives,
people's too.
they were busy. So
Yep. Yeah. What's
yeah,
the
I'm
what's the
about
longest?
taking mine back down and doing twice a month or maybe even once a month again.
yeah, I get that.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
Well, I
But
mean,
we
we don't.
do have this build coming up in less than a month now. Well, I said just over a month now.
So what's the dates
a lot
for
of
your
information.
build?
April 11th is when it starts, and it'll go
April
to that
11th.
Saturday. Hopefully, we can get it done within 3 to 5 days. But if not, that's when everybody will be there.
I bet you Wasted is so excited.
Oh, this close to retirement? Shoot.
Yeah. He gets to go home and see his family. I felt bad for him, man. The holidays and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's
it's the
their
lifestyle,
life and
though.
everything. Yeah, it's. I don't want to say they're used to it because I don't know if we ever get used to it, but it's part of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the lifestyle, right? I mean, you kind of chose that. I mean, he chose that when he got married because I think he was in the military first.
Mm.
So when he got married, he already knew that he was in the military. That wasn't something new to them.
A lot
Not
of
me.
divorces in the military, so. not
So
everybody
I
knows
don't
it.
think he's seen his kids since basically when I first met him.
Probably not. I mean, he may have seen them, but
That's
probably not.
crazy.
That's pretty good drive. So,
I would lose my mind.
shoot, the
Yeah.
last time I was in Afghanistan, I was there for a year and 4 months. So,
Yeah, I'd lose it. I'd lose it completely.
I don't know. It's a mindset I think you have to be in. It's the same as being like a truck driver or whatever. It's just a mindset. You know that when you go home, you're going to do nothing but be with your family, and you can do that. And it's not like the average person. You take the weekend off, but what do you do all weekend? You work. You clean the house. You go get groceries. You do all the stuff. You really still don't spend that much time with your actual family. Just being with them.
Yeah,
But-
you're there.
Yeah, but
everybody has their own stuff to do depending on their age. But
yeah, and then I don't know. It's just a different time, different lifestyle. I don't know, different strokes for different folks. I get it. I don't know. I just get it. My dad was a truck driver. I watched him do it most of my life, and sometimes he'd be home a month, and then he'd be gone again. So, but you're always chasing. Being a truck driver, you're always chasing that dollar. That's the problem.
sure.
Is, the longer you sit, the less money you have. At least in the military, if you take time off, it's just your time off, and then you still get paid. So,
you just don't get a whole bunch of it. But
right, yeah.
he's
There's
gonna
no,
be retiring, so
So
it'll be good.
yeah.
he rented his shop, right?
I think he's renting the shop and the house he had there. Oh no! You're saying he
The
rented?
one in his
no,
videos,
he bought all that. He had it built and everything, but he's
Yeah,
renting it
no.
out.
and it sold.
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying. He rented it out to somebody while he was gone.
Right. Well, I
Now-
think he's still renting it all.
I think he sold
He's
the
going
house
back
and
to-
stuff.
He's going back to Oregon. He's not.
Yeah, he's going to
back
Oregon. All that was in
He's got to
Maine.
rebuild. He's got to rebuild a whole nother. He's going to be building a whole nother shop. He's renting that house and shop out that he used to live in. So
Yeah.
So they went somewhere else and sold what was there, or selling what was
right. So they went down to.
I think
New Orleans.
Oregon was home, right?
Oregon's home.
That's
where he-
home. Yeah.
Yes. And so we went down to New Orleans. They stayed there for a little while, and then he went back home. Or they went back
113.
home.
What's up, buddy?
113 is here. I gotta go, guys. See y'all later.
Isn't that your cousin?
No, he's actually not my cousin.
No, that's the only one. No.
He's in the family somewhere, not cousins though. He's not directly related to me, but yeah,
I got cookies
I got
right now.
that stuff.
You say you had cookies? That's nice.
Cookies and brownies.
I don't have either one.
It's
Are
all-
they sugar free?
Yes, they are.
All right. I saw
I've been
Brittany's
doing
TikTok about the cake.
the poop
I
cake.
died. The sugar free cake,
It was
Oh, yeah.
good.
the Thunderstruck.
It was good.
Did you see the one I made last night?
I don't know. What was that one?
It was the one where I was sitting in the bathroom and it was "Linger" by the Cranberries.
I've
I'm
not
like-
seen that one.
I can't show it because of copyright. Wait, can
So are you still a TikTok person, Junkers? You still kicking it over there? Doing good?
I haven't done
Uncle,
anything.
sister, cousin, or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's
You're
not.
messing with TikTok?
it's not what I like. You know,
Well, I get it, but
I like to watch a video and feel like I get something from it. And 90% of the stuff on there is like, oh, look at me, I'm stupid, and I'm getting a million
right,
views.
Yep.
a quick, yep. Well, and
It
I
is
don't know,
very
I was-
true.
You were doing pretty good over there, wasn't you?
Yeah, I was. I got up to 1,000 really quick, and I started doing some lives, and I thought I was going to make money, but then I'm just like, I have brain cells. I'm sorry, I just
Hey,
can't.
I went live. My first live, I made almost $2, and then my second live,
Almost $2.
I got banned.
Wow.
I got banned forever
And I'm like,
You got banned on your
for calling Hitler a pussy. Can't do that. Why? But
it offends the Hitler lovers,
I guess.
I don't know.
but you can have a song on there about slapping women up and
There's
doing
people
nose candy
literally-
off their
on-
butt.
literally on lives, there's people having sex. Now they don't show anything; it just shows them bouncing. But still,
I don't know. I don't know what TikTok y'all watch. I don't see any of that. I'm okay with it.
I don't get on TikTok anymore at all. They made me mad with that stuff. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I took my little bit of money out. I deleted all the videos, and then I deleted the channel. I'm done. I
Yeah.
deleted everything on there.
David,
Eleanor Rides, welcome. It's my first live, so
Oh, yeah.
welcome
There
to
you go.
the shenanigans.
Yeah. I think I've seen Eleanor before around.
I
I
think,
think
so.
that name seems familiar. I don't know where though.
I think
Problem
I've
is,
seen it on
I
my-
go to a
See
lot of
so
different
many
places.
channels, you know.
Yeah, especially in the live chats from other lives,
yeah.
man. And sometimes they're flying so fast. Like some of the bigger channels, man, it goes so fast. I ain't got a clue how they
Yeah.
keep up. Hey Scott, thanks for hanging out with us, man.
All right, yeah.
But yeah, so I can barely keep up with the 11 people we have. So
Well, 11's not terrible. I know a
Yeah.
guy that's been doing YouTube for probably 8 years now. And he's got okay subscribers. He's like 2,000 something. And he does
Yeah.
live every week, but he has 2-3 people watch. That's it. So,
really, for a while,
but he don't put videos out anymore. And he just
no,
and he's kind of a abrasive kind of person. And
I'll just go buy me next tomorrow. There you go.
yeah. I mean,
he gets into it with a lot of people.
well, that'll do it.
Oh yeah,
That'll do it every
not
time.
in a funny way either. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Who's that?
I don't want to say his name, but
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
yeah.
It's that guy, the guy. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I don't know. I like watching lives. I think they're entertaining. I really like to interact with, like when I'm in the chat, I like to interact with the other people and stuff. But
Sure.
sometimes I like it there again. It's so fast that you can't possibly interact with even the other people that are in the chat because the chances of them seeing it
Sometimes,
is
sure, yeah.
crazy. So
Corey's in here, huh? What's up, Corey?
Yeah, everybody's coming in tonight.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Eleanor has come on one of my lives.
One of yours.
I noticed the name, so I'm pretty sure. I've been so caught up in just the subscriber thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't been on anybody else's lives or done anything. I feel like a jerk for stuff like that,
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I would like to get let's see what I'm at. 615 subs right now.
You're growing.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to hit the 1,000 mark somewhere around the time I start my LS swap because I'd like to get paid for that, at least a little bit,
That way
And I
you're
think,
getting paid on that content,
yeah, exactly.
but I think you will anyway.
That content will probably be valid for a long time.
Well, I don't think it's going anywhere. There's lots of LSs around there. There's
Yeah.
lots of cars to swap it in,
Yeah.
and with the price of new cars and even used cars now,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be more and more of,
Well, truth be told, I think that's what's stopping me. I think that's why I keep saying with the Mustang, it's like,
oh yeah,
And
Well, if you
it's
put
so-
something out on it, you won't make money on it at first. But
yeah, I'd like to be able to at least say, hey, I'm monetized. Even if I make 5 cents on it, at least I'm making money on it. But
I
that
told you
has
before,
been-
though, the Mustang will be the thing that brings people to your channel
sure.
because it's a 65 or
Well,
60.
it has its
whatever.
own following,
Yeah.
not only because it's a Mustang, but then also because it's American
Yeah.
icon. You know, you
Yeah.
have people that don't like Mustang per se, but they like.
But we'll still come watching. I mean,
Yeah.
I watch guys build all kinds of crazy stuff that I wouldn't personally own, but
Well-
because of what it is, I'd still watch it. So-
you would watch
John
anything
Hoover.
I do. So
But I watch your stuff all the time.
I'm saying you will watch anything that
That's true. I do watch anything you do. All right, but I think I really think once you start the Mustang, get all the all the words in the description that you need, so it'll hit. I would hit every Mustang forum that you're a part of or Facebook
yeah.
group.
Facebook, join
I'd
every
blast
Mustang
with that
group
babe.
on Facebook.
People
Every
would hate
Ford
me.
group,
Yep.
every classic car group, everything, and just start sharing. Because even if you get one person from every group, it don't take a second to share a link.
Yeah, exactly. So I think you'll be shocked at how quick it'll go. And once you get 2 or 3 videos out and you get these guys really involved in it, your watch hours will just go.
You know, I did
Because they're
that.
watching.
So I'm in a Kia Soul group. So I did that with my Kia Soul videos that I have on my channel, and they actually get quite a few views off of it.
So
Eleanor, you're right. I'm on the downward slope of 1,000. I feel it.
Yeah. Oh, you get. I mean, it's just.
I mean,
don't
I've-
push it. Don't rush it because you'll run some people off that way. Just
Yeah.
be patient. Let it come. That's the best way to grow.
I do the same type of video regardless. I mean, it is what it is. I try to get one out every week and be consistent.
Now, once you
but-
get close, you can push it harder, and that's
Right.
that's nobody's going to leave because of that for sure. But
and that's exactly what I did. Is I pushed the hell out of mine the last. I got close and I was like, I'm going for it. I don't even give a crap. I will go live for 10 days if I got to get this number.
but you didn't. You just put the live on in the background, man. Come on, you're supposed to stay live.
And it worked.
I am shocked that just having just the ticker on the screen worked as well as it did. I was in there. People were talking in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I was
I
like,
mean, the first like 2 hours, I got 1 or 2 subscribers, and all of a
John
sudden,
came
it
to
was
join us.
like 10. It was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. John, I need you to Instagram message or Facebook or something me because you want a sticker, and I can't send it to you without an address.
Do they
It was
get
John,
mail? Do they get mail where he's from?
Yeah, Hooper. Yeah.
What?
What?
I was making a joke.
I ain't got a clue where he's at, but
Oh yeah, he says. You didn't want the sticker pretty bad, did you?
he probably forgot he won. If he's like me, I mean, I can't remember anything.
Dude, I gave so much stuff away when I hit 1,000 subscribers, dude. I gave shirts.
I don't have that kind of money.
I got nothing.
I didn't either, but it took me a long time to.
Did you see?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Cletus,
Yeah.
I had these made for last Thursday. I needed
Yeah.
a new shirt anyhow because well,
Yours is well worn.
yeah.
Yeah. The honestly, I mean, hitting 1,000 is a milestone or whatever, and I got to hit it, but that's not my goal. It's like it's just the next step. I just want to be able to get to the point that I can get monetized. I mean, I've got, like I was saying earlier, 6,666 watch hours now.
Yeah.
So
Well, look at Corey. He got when I had 500. I had 500 subscribers January of last year, and at that time I had over 8,000 watch hours for that year.
yeah,
So I've got a bunch of videos that do really well. Most of them are little how-to videos. I don't get subscribers from them, but
yeah.
I do get paid from them. Yeah, Corey got a whiskey cup and a sticker. Nice.
So I've got a couple of my Will It Run videos do really well. I mean, the Camaro's Will It Runs at like almost 12,000 views. I mean, it still does really well. It's been 9 months.
My Will It Runs hit that yet? I think my Will It Runs are like 3 or 4, maybe 5,000. So
Really, I think the Cadillac Will It Run, which by the way was an LS motor, of course it was going to run.
oh
It's only been sitting for 2 years. It wasn't even, but it was still a Will It Run. I was shocked how many people watched it. I was looking at it the other day. It's still like in like the top 5 or whatever. It's my number 4 video.
Videos besides the how tos anyway, are me putting in radios,
Really?
selling stereos.
Come on.
Yeah, it's had 1,500 views.
Brittany,
Um,
Dad's trying to get your attention.
In the past, how long was that? Since it's been out or no? I don't know. Yeah, 1,500 views since it's been out. But I didn't expect that to get 100 views. Who's going to watch it?
So, yeah. Okay. I'll watch it.
Hey, let's watch this guy start this vehicle. That's all. I just started it and walked around it.
Well, I was going to do a Will It Run on that 1969 Chevy C30, but instead I did a trade video. It ain't out yet, but I traded it as it was. So.
Oh, did you? Just let it go.
Yeah, I knew I was never going to get back to it. So I'm like, just move on. Get something I can sell.
How do you remove carpet glue off painted interior panels?
Heat gun? And you know what? No, instead of heat gun, use
80 grit
well, you could do that.
on a DA. I know you have the skills to paint.
WD-40.
WD-40, really?
They have that stuff that you could put on adhesive.
Like Goo Gone?
Yeah, Goo Gone works pretty good.
I have to wonder how old the glue is, because as glue gets older, it becomes less removable.
Correct.
That's been my experience with it.
Brittle and
I don't know why it
Yeah,
does that when
tip it
somebody stands up.
Eleanor, you're right. You can never predict what videos will do well.
right.
Oh, hell
Okay.
no. Also, I just sent you an email, Eleanor.
The video I did just a few weeks ago, getting to my toolbox, has hit like 600 views. I'm shocked, absolutely shocked that thing got any.
I need to take everything out of my toolbox and clean
Oh, maybe
it, put it
not.
back in, do a toolbox tour, see if I
What do you think that is?
get any views.
Blowtorch will work too. Don't suggest it, but
I'm gonna send Eleanor Rives an email too. I don't think I have his sticker yet. Nope.
Did I mess up?
RIDELEZE. No, unless that's an L. Oh, did you put an I or an L?
I.
Okay, that's an L.
Oh,
there you go. You got to use all the right letters.
Stupid me.
Even though I didn't get it either, even though it said Eleanor Rides right there on the top.
Yeah.
You'll
No
figure it out.
I am the only one allowed to have a blonde moment. You're supposed to be the level-headed one.
No, not even.
I've known him too long. He can't even pull that over on me now. Oh.
I like to make fun of him because he'll sit there in his chair. He's such a white picket fence American redneck guy. He'll sit there in his recliner like Fred Flintstone, looking at his TV. I'll be like, "Where's the remote? Where's the remote? It's right here." Every time.
Whatever.
I keep thinking he's gonna rename me Wilma. He's gonna call me Wilma from now on.
I'm not that bad.
Yeah, see, I'm more of a Bundy, I guess.
I hope it's not a
Al
Ted
Bundy.
Oh, Al Bundy.
Al Bundy. The older I get, the more I personally relate with Al Bundy.
So
He just wanted to go to work, earn some money, come home, watch TV, and be left the hell alone.
Does
all
it
he
help
wanted.
that I wear spenders, guys?
They're nice.
I love my spenders.
I have to
You like
say,
your
Al
suspenders?
Bundy Now, I'm a pretty large woman, and he makes fun of large women all the time. And I sit there and laugh at him making fun of large women, being a large woman, because the stuff he says
Because it's funny.
hilarious. Yes,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
These people,
There's a different time back then too.
Yeah.
yeah.
It is what it is. I don't know.
They're
When
not-
it comes to comedy, you can get away with a lot more because it's comedy.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, as long as somebody's not directly attacking someone.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Not calling you out by name to attack you.
Right.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I just, whatever. I'm really hard to offend. And I just assume everybody else is too. And that's not always the case.
Definitely not. See,
Um,
once you get a little bigger on YouTube, you might have to come out with the same little banner I got. If you're easily offended, what I put on mine is if you're easily offended or something like that, this may not be a channel for you because
Yeah.
you get offended.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not very offensive on my channel, but I'm just,
I
I'll
didn't
say
think I
stuff
was
and
either,
not,
but
and it's not meant to be offensive, but sometimes it just comes out that way. But I don't know. I'm thick skinned and I don't know, stuff just doesn't bother me. So I don't know. Whatever it is, what it is.
yeah, I don't try to be offensive, but apparently people get offended.
Evidently comes out. It's fine.
I guess, especially on the lives, I'm just bullshitting, talking.
Yeah.
It's so
Somebody gets
funny
offended.
because it depends on the person. Because I'm thin-skinned, but I talk thick-skinned. Like I'm good at offending people by accident, but I'm also offensible sometimes. I don't know what that word is.
John,
So
I know.
Eleanor, a lot has been already done to this third gen. It's got a fourth gen tank in it already for the LS swap. That's coming. It's got BMR lowering springs. It's got lower. I can't even think what they're called. It's got a lot of stuff done to it. It's got 2010 to 15 Camaro front Brembos on it. It's the 15-inch Brembos. There's a lot been done to this car, and it'd been off the road for 15 years when I got it. So if you start at the first and kind of work your way through, I was trying to make Power Tour with it. Wear it out. It's you're going to need a lot of time though. There's a lot. I don't even know how many hours are available on that car, but it's a lot, and there's more to come. So yeah.
So you Ford guys, or Ford guy over here. I thought you guys were Ford guys. I should.
Aw. John, I didn't see nothing came through, man.
I want my scrap paper. It does look like scrap paper, though.
It does. But John, seriously, I don't have a message from you, buddy.
Oh, you might want to refresh it or go to not general, but the other one where you have to. Maybe you never got a message from them. There's 3 little tabs or whatever.
Is it the same name, John?
Hey, I'm sharing the screen right there if you want to click on it. This is
Oh, here we
the
go.
video that I got for the Volvo. So it's boy, and I can't zoom on this computer.
There's
Anyway,
bunch of John
They're
Hoopers.
Ford wheels, but they are the same. They're the right lug pattern. So
I've seen those wheels on. What were they on?
probably a Ford Windstar. Or,
Was it a Windstar? It's something weird. Yeah, it wasn't
I
like.
think I think this one came off of a Windstar.
Yeah, it's not a bad looking wheel, especially for the Volvo.
Well, the ones that are on there are okay, I guess. But I got new tires for them, so they're gonna wear. I'm gonna run them. But then these are 16s. They're a little bit bigger, one size bigger, so I've got to get different tires.
16-inch
Check them out.
tires are cheaper than 15-inch tires.
them out.
Well, I've got ship 2 dudes is rented, so he can put them on before he comes down because he's gonna use the tow dolly probably. But the 15-inch tires shipped to him were $238. So for
Really?
From
Hey,
Amazon?
man. Well, okay, so
Did you get
are they
Lions?
performance tires in any way at 15-inch?
No.
No, they're definitely
Okay. Okay. I mean,
No,
put an LS in this. How wide does the tire fit under that thing? 195 max?
I don't know yet, but I know I'm going to the 16s because later on, I'm going to bag it. So
You're going to bag it. I love this. I love that you're going to bag it. That's awesome.
man, I want
Well,
to
when you
bag
do
it.
that, you need to cut it up and put 20s on it. You know, Do it right. Back half it. Do the whole deal.
Yeah, that was me,
Probably
John.
not. Probably not. I still
So-
want it to look stock, if that makes sense. When it's not, laying sitting down. But
Land frame.
if I can lay it
Cammed
frame,
out. There's no way you can pull off. You hit a certain point and it's like, all right, yeah. Oh, you're not going to get that on us, buddy. So just embrace it.
well, and I think I'm going to paint it. Just a one stage, So if I do, then the wheels will go gold because I'm going to paint the car green. It's already green, but I'm talking like an emerald green or something, and then like gold accents. I don't know.
Green for the money, gold for the honeys.
I guess so.
Because that's what I mean. That would be the name of the video when I painted that bad boy and put my gold wheels on it.
That's pretty good. Now,
Just saying.
And another video things I might do or I'm going to do is go to the junkyard and find some seats that are heated and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if these are heated or not, but I'll go find some upgraded ones from a Mercedes or something at the scrapyard and bring them in and change the seats out.
Right.
Maybe we'll see. I don't know what I'm doing.
It'll be interesting.
I Mercedes wagon though on or SUV because the seats they're going to fold down.
Yeah, because you got to get them in the back or whatever. I went to the junkyard today and found a couple of cool things that are going to be in my video tomorrow.
Nice.
Sometimes you find the weirdest stuff at the junkyard, man. And it was one of those days. I found a couple of weird ones, but I just did walk arounds on them. But yeah, I'll be interested to see how the Volvo turns out. Just in general.
You must be happy you don't have to travel for it now.
I didn't mind traveling. I thought it was going to be cool to travel.
Yeah.
And be up there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll go home every night. It's cool.
Go all the way back down the street. I mean, I don't know how close y'all live, but it's got to be fairly close, right?
Oh, it's less than this, like a couple blocks. All right.
Unfinished LS6 box for $150. That'd be awesome for coffee tables and stuff. But what do you do with an unfinished block?
Well, for me, it would be a gardening decor.
Gardening decor.
We have everything, including the kitchen sink out there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
113, if it does have heated seats, I probably won't do that swap because there's no need to do it. But the 960s, I know some of them did have heated seats. 960 was the fully loaded you can get it. So, but at the same price, you could buy a nice Cadillac back then. So there's not that many 960s out there.
Yeah. Volvos were there. I mean, they were never cheap. They were.
You'll see a lot more 240s
pinnacle
out there.
of innovation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, a lot of things anyway. You can still buy Volvos. The new Volvo wagon is supercharged and turbocharged.
Yeah.
I don't even know make them.
Volvo's built some cool stuff.
Sure.
But they've more or less over the years always been kind of ugly. They're just plain. There's nothing special about them. Gray was their favorite color.
The X970s or X70s or the wagons that replaced the old rear-wheel drive wagons, they're pretty ugly.
Yeah, had those weird tail lights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is not a good looking car. So the older, like the one like your building has the square. They're more square looking.
Yep.
In general, they're okay, but they look good now as a nostalgic look.
Gotcha.
But when they were new,
I always liked them even back then, just because I'm a big wagon fan, and
I love
like
wagons.
Square look. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't like the Volvos that aren't wagons.
Right? Yeah, the
I
non-wagon.
just like the wagon, I guess. But
Yeah, my nanny I used to have a nanny for the twins, and she drove a Volvo wagon, and just finding like a headlight. I looked forever for a headlight for that thing locally. Never find one. Hers had a crack in it and stuff. I was just going to, gift it to her. But I as many junkyards as I go to, I'd never found one that was any good.
I guess what's good about eBay, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you can find them on there, but like at Pull Apart, it's $25.
Yeah.
eBay, they were like $100 or more. I'm not giving that for some as a gift to somebody. $20, $25, sure.
I'm not gonna lie. If I didn't have angry eyes on my Jeep, I would so want the Volvo windshield wipers for my headlights. Like the fact that, I don't know.
Eyelashes.
No, the windshield wipers.
I brought
What's
Every
the
time-
most useless thing you could possibly do to windshield wipers or headlights? Put windshield wipers on them.
I want to know.
I don't know.
Where's
The
the
eyelashes
button?
are pretty
Is there a
blatant.
Is there a windshield wiper button?
I forgot to tell you when I went to AutoZone the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Sean
I
was
don't
giving
know.
me so much crap
Well, like I said, angry eyes on my.
because of the Renegade and the way it looks.
I
Great,
think it looks good.
Oh, you drove it. I forgot you drove my
Yeah,
car. I think it's pretty awesome.
it's pretty bad.
It-
Your car stuff, you like it, didn't you?
No,
Okay.
no,
I wanna know who put the
20,000 miles.
Old school 350 on a go-kart. Pull that
Yikes.
up. Because that sounds like
Oh.
death.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get windshield wipers for the El Camino headlights.
Oh my god!
I've
I'm not building this anymore.
yeah, no.
Y'all need to come get this El Camino from me. I'm
How much?
$100.
I'm gonna pull the carburetor off tomorrow and rebuild it. So
I'll give you $50.
What?
nah.
50.
How much?
Holy-
How much are you asking for real? Not in gravy
Well,
terms.
I figure I'll list it somewhere around $6,000, but if you guys wanted it, I'd sell it to you for $4,000. So
Yeah,
it's got a stout 350 in it and a brand new transmission.
It's a run and drive a
not the
car.
junk. It's not the junk 305.
Right.
It's a stout 350. Little small.
I
cam.
appreciate that, but we have a little bit cheaper deal lined up.
The only thing we need now is an engine, right?
Definitely gonna have to look for this go-kart.
That's
Yeah.
the second time I've done that.
You gotta stop telling people what we're doing.
I was talking about my electric bike.
Now this car's it's almost done. The air conditioner has to be hooked back up, and then it needs to be painted pretty much. And
Oh
then
yeah,
it's
you're not gonna have AC.
ready to roll.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
well,
this-
it's
What,
called-
the one day a year it gets above 85?
It gets pretty stupid hot up here.
we get 100 over the summer. Yeah,
Oh, I
How
gotta-
long,
you
how
gotta
long
have
does that
AC.
last?
I'm sorry, we actually get below like 30 down here, up here, over
no,
there.
we
So-
gotta have AC down here. Have to.
Yeah.
we have AC. It's called 4 windows down,
Window units. Yeah.
80 miles per
You
hour.
only have 2 windows in that car.
Oh, wait, I have an idea.
Oh no!
What
Oh, here
if
we
had-
go.
What if we had a a back windshield like the trucks do, where you could move the glass?
Well,
out?
I think
Well-
some of them did. The problem is, depending on your year, the way the glass is shaped, don't ever
Yeah.
break that glass.
Oh, my
It's already
goodness.
broken. We got
Yeah,
another one.
we
though.
need it.
You
We're-
see
we
how much
have
they
all-
are? Oh, you got another. I was going to say,
Yeah.
you see how much they are to replace them?
Dude,
Well,
Car's worth.
Yeah.
an upcoming video, you'll see how cheap I am and how I can work my deals.
Go for it.
Because there's a lot of stuff that we're getting for nothing, pretty much.
Well, good.
I
Yeah.
It's hard to do these days because, back when cars were cheaper, dude, yeah, you can get some good deals. You could trade, do some horse trading and stuff. Now, dude, it's,
it'll come back. Don't worry.
people
I
think
hate
their
it.
junk is worth everything.
Yeah, dude. So I missed out on 2 skid steers because I didn't want to go up to their price. And
Yeah.
looking at it now, and it's like, I should have just paid it because it's a freaking
Yep.
skid steer. I should have just paid it.
I will say,
But I got a whole tractor for $800. So
I was gonna say sometimes waiting is better because I know for me, I don't know much about trading, but I was all about. So the only other valuable thing that I own that is worth trading is my 4-wheeler. But I'm sentimental again. He gave me the 4-wheeler. I didn't want to trade it, but I was going around to all these different marketplace people and going, well, I'll trade.
nobody
you.
wanted it either. That's the crazy part.
No, people did, but I wasn't willing to take a bunch of pictures because it was always at nighttime.
No, they would have ended up being like, nah, I'm not interested.
What? No,
Because it's got a rip seat.
it's the Bumblebee mobile. It looks
Bumblebee
like, it looks like a bumblebee.
I've traded all. I trade everything. I've got rid of my
It's a
side by
Can-Am
side,
Max.
4-wheelers, all of it. I've traded everything. When I started
I
my
just-
business, in fact, I sold all that stuff. But
I love I the only thing about the 4-wheeler is until I get the El Camino up and running and can get a trailer hitch to it and all that, I have no way to
You have a
bring.
bed. What do you need a trailer hitch for?
Is that going to fit in the bed of?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 4-wheeler will fit in the bed of that. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
don't break that back.
Oh my
glass.
god!
Don't break that back glass. We're gonna have to build. Junker's
So-
gonna have to build you a headache rack for it.
I'm
Is
telling
it,
you.
is
Oh yeah!
it is it story time with Brittany?
You have 3 minutes before I shut this down. Go.
Okay, I have a couple of them.
Well,
I have
no.
a couple
Do-
ideas.
No, hold on. Renegade and you cleaning the windshield last year. Go.
No. Okay, fine. I will try to make that one quick so I can go on to the other
Well,
one.
stop talking about it. Go.
Okay, so I don't know. I thought that you could just scrape ice off of a windshield. Makes sense.
Hold
So,
on, she's saying it all wrong.
I
I'm in the garage working on the YJ.
no pauses. You're taking up time.
She comes in and she says, "Hey, do you have a hammer I could use?" And I'm like, "A hammer for what? Why I gotta get the ice off my windshield?" Like, no, you don't use a hammer. So I went back to work on what I was doing, not paying attention to her anymore. Worst mistake that she could have made was me not paying attention. Go ahead.
Well, I just thought I was gonna scrape it, and it was almost like watching Ice Age. I scraped a little bit of the windshield. There was a big crack that made it into
What
a
were
big
you scraping
crack.
it with? The claw? The
My
hammer?
pry bar. My 4-foot pry bar.
I was gonna say I got a scraper. I scraped the ice off a windshield. It's a scraper. It's for that.
Then I came in after it. I'm like, because when I don't do something very good, unfortunately, even though I'm 33, I turn into an 8-year-old, and I'm like, and he's like,
I didn't do good.
I was like, I did a bad thing, very bad thing. And those Renegade windshields, because of those stupid Easter eggs, you have to spend extra money because you have to get that little Jeep picture on the side
Well,
here.
they're
Have
still pretty
to.
new as
No.
well. They're still
That's,
pretty
I
new as
swear
well,
that's what
too.
you pay for, because the new one had the same thing, and I think, well, I didn't insurance that, but and then okay, so now that part's
Oh, wait,
over,
there's more.
I have to say, I would love to get not only a headache rack, but even though I don't have a shotgun anymore, I only carry.
We don't talk about that on YouTube.
Oh,
You
I'm
can talk
talking about
it.
water guns. I'm
Can't
talking
show
about water
anything alive.
Yeah, you can talk but not shout. I don't know. So, anyways, I would like a special rack to hang my extra accessories.
There you go.
They make one specifically for the El Camino.
I'm sure they do.
They do. I mean, I've seen it.
Right.
They definitely do.
If you
There's
don't
a-
want to display it behind the seat in the El Camino, there's quite a bit of room back there.
Yeah,
There
there
is.
really
I
is.
saw it. I noticed that. I was pretty impressed.
Have a good night, brother.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
I like to think
We're about
that-
out of here too.
So, unfortunately,
Thanks for popping
my
in.
El Camino is probably going to be more of a grocery getter because all my cars are grocery getters. I'm,
Nothing wrong with that. My the Volvo is going to be a grocery getter. It's just going to look cool.
You're just gonna
Yeah.
go there really fast.
The only thing I'm not willing to
Not
do
gonna be that
is the
bad. It's just gonna
hydraulics. I'm not willing to go to Shaw's going like this.
I'm
Well, I'm
not
not
I'm
doing
in.
hydraulics. I am doing airbags where it's like, so it's a
Shoot,
softer
I'll-
ride.
you would
where
be
you
going
can
down
lower
the
it all the
road.
way down and then lift it up when you're driving.
Someone had a brand new car that was like that. Like it didn't look very badass, but it was like it was a brand new car. And this person pulled up to the pump, and it looked like a 2022 car. And I don't know why he needed to do this, but he was just like at the gas station.
How
Like
was
he
that?
lifting.
Well, you gotta
I'm
get
like, what is the point? This guy's like 90 years old and his car goes up and down like a something I can't say on YouTube.
No, John, I don't want it to be a hopping Volvo. I just want the.
Hey,
You know,
that's
when
a
cars
good way
go
to get a
once, they
wheelie
go
out of
around.
that thing. Could you imagine when you're coming up like this and just gun it?
Oh, boy.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody that's in the chat and that's been hanging out with us, but I'm going to shut this thing down. It's 10 o'clock. 3 hours is plenty enough for my first live. So also, I go to bed at 10. That's just what I do.
10.
That's right. So anyways, thanks for joining me. Thanks, Cletus, for coming in. And thanks, Junker, for hanging out with us. Thanks, Junker's woman. I appreciate it. Your story really wrapped up the night for us. Anyway.
Just don't hire me for a car wash, apparently. That's
Evidently not.
to break people's windows.
Hey.
Y'all have a good night.
You too.
Ladies.
They,
What were you going to say?
you didn't end it yet.
Oh.